Well, good evening, football fans, and welcome to Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium here at First United Field. It is homecoming for the West Texas A&M Buffaloes, an exciting weekend for Buff Nation with a lot of extra pageantry and fun-filled festivities. Friday night had the traditional pep rally at the box. Earlier today, fans lined up Russell Long Boulevard on the beautiful WT campus, had the homecoming parade. Also had a volleyball win earlier today, a sweep over Texas Women's University. Tailgating, had the outstanding tailgating packed with proud alumni, and it has been an awesome week here in Canyon, Texas. So just one more item on that homecoming agenda, and that is a date with Western New Mexico right here on the gridiron. This is the Marble Depot pregame show. I'm Lucas Kinsey alongside my broadcast partner Bryce Sheets. We'll be joined shortly from the wisdom-filled Kent Johnson and the young and talented Corin Davis. Both of those will be with us down on the sidelines throughout the broadcast. Bryce, tonight we have two teams whose combined win-loss record is 3-9. But there are still a lot of interesting storylines, and it's a conference game, so a lot of things still to be played out between the Buffs and the Mustangs. Here's one question. Can WT find a way to win a close game?
Yeah, no, that's a big question because, again, the last 3 weeks have just been gut-wrenching, to say the least. I mean, you lose two different games by a point, one on the road, one at home. Basically, you had the opportunity at home to come away with a victory. You had a last-second field goal. Things didn't really go the way you wanted in that game, but yet still in it and still the opportunity, and that's all a coach can ask for. And then, of course, you go down to Kingsville last week, and the thing about it is the box score doesn't look great. The team played well. They just didn't play well enough to win. And, again, it was where Kingsville, probably a little bit better than WT at this point, was, daring them to do certain things. And so WT has to be able to get over that mountain.
And they're still lose by one touchdown.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the tough thing. It's a good thing in one way. In another way, I know Coach Lynn does not like, obviously, losing those close games. Now, for Western New Mexico, will Western New Mexico get the Buffaloes for a second straight year after last year winning on the road? The Buffs were on the road. It was in Silver City, 41-37. And, it came at the last, basically, 10 seconds of the game. They scored a touchdown at the goal line. After those close calls, gut-wrenching finishes that we've had this season, I just have one question. Did you wear your lucky socks tonight, Bryce?
I do. I've got some different ones on tonight. So,
okay.
So hopefully they are lucky. We'll see how that goes.
As you look at the Buffaloes, and you mentioned a little bit, Kingsville last week really put the clamps on WT. Buffaloes offensively had just 10 first downs. What does WT do to change that tonight?
Well, again, it goes back to what we've talked about is getting the running game going. They only had 25 rushes in that contest, but they only generated 43 yards and one touchdown. And then, again, only 155 yards through the air. So credit Kingsville's defense. They stymied what WT was trying to do offensively. And WT, I think, is still trying to find their identity. What really are they offensively? What are they trying to do? Are they a short pass kind of scheme? Can they get the run game going? The last few weeks has been difficult for the run game to get, started for West Texas A&M. And so when that happens, then you're forced to throw the, and they can't go way down. They don't have, I don't think they have enough speedy receivers to get down the field. So then it becomes RPO stuff.
Right.
And that means you're depending on your quarterback. And you don't want really your quarterback to be your leading rusher, but that's kind of been the case of late.
Well, one thing that we're hoping to see tonight change, Bryce, is the run game get going. Buffs have been without the starting center at the beginning of the season, Frankie McFadden, for about 4 games. He got injured early in the season. He is back in the lineup tonight. Hopefully that will help things because whether it's Travian McCoy-Gay, Isaiah Smallwood, or Monte Dawson, the transfer from SMU who ran last week, they just haven't been able to get on track on the ground.
Yeah, and that's been the big key. They've got to establish some type of run game. It may not be the thing they do to really get going, but indeed it's something that they've got to get to have something to have an arsenal in their offense.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will go down to the sidelines and check in with Kent Johnson. West Texas A&M has a homecoming record of 47-28-2. And they've won the last 5 straight on this special night. Can the Buffaloes tame the Mustangs and deliver a victory to Buff Nation? We'll find out soon right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network and News Channel 10.
We're made.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Bucks!
Welcome back to Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium. West Texas A&M getting set to take on Western New Mexico. Go ahead, Bryce.
I was just going to say, we want to go down to the field. We got Ken Johnson standing by, and Ken's going to have a little knowledge. That's what you called it
Wisdom.
earlier. Wisdom. That was it. Knowledge and wisdom. Let's head down to the fields that are standing by. Is Ken Johnson. Ken?
Tonight's opponent, Western New Mexico, is on a skid. The Mustangs are 1-5 coming into tonight's game. Their lone victory, a season-opening win at home against Sul Ross. And as opposed to West Texas A&M, who have lost 3 games this year by 1 point, 1 point, and 1 touchdown, the Mustangs are averaging a losing margin of 27 points a contest. 1 year ago, it was a little different. The Mustangs defeated the Buffaloes 41-37 as quarterback Devin Larson guided the Mustangs on a come-from-behind 12-play, 77-yard touchdown drive that elapsed 6 minutes and 33 seconds off the clock. Larson scored the game-winning touchdown with 2 seconds left on a 2-yard run. Western New Mexico is coached this year by Billy Hamilton. Billy Hamilton. This is Hamilton's 3rd season in Silver City. The previous 2, he was the offensive coordinator on Philip Vihill's staff. Vihill departed Western New Mexico after last season. He's now the head coach at CSU Pueblo. When he went to Pueblo, Hamilton was elevated to the head coaching status. Now offensively, the Mustangs look to throw the football first, and they'll throw the football second and third. Running is literally an afterthought for the Mustangs. They just don't do it. In last week's 31-10 loss to Western Oregon, the Mustangs carried the ball 12 times for 11 net yards. For the year, they have as many penalty yardage first downs, 2, as what they have rushing first downs, which is also 2. Now, I mentioned Devin Larson, the quarterback last year. He's back again this year. He completes 52% of his passes. He's thrown for over 1,700 yards this year, as well as 15 touchdowns. He's got 6 receivers who have 20 or more receptions. 4 of them have receptions of 60 or more yards, so they can air it out, they can take it long. Freshman Anthony Flores leads the receiving corps, 27 catches, 402 yards, 3 touchdowns. Senior Jeremiah Hartfield has 23 catches for 358 yards. Junior Toby Sinaiki has 22 catches for 295 yards. And senior Charles Byers, 25 catches for 250 yards. So they can air it out, they can catch it, and they can run once they've got it. And as I mentioned, Flores, Hartfield, and Byers each have at least 1 catch of 60 or more yards. We mentioned the Mustangs' lack of a running game. Senior James Hoban is the leading rusher. He lines up basically as a fullback in the Mustangs' offense. He's averaging just 21 yards per contest. On the defensive side, Western New Mexico sophomore defensive back Renee Holguin is the leading tackler. He's got 46 stops. Linebacker Cole Lalama and Preston Halu have combined for 41 and 37 tackles respectively. Sophomore Tanner Bobick handles both the punting and place-kicking chores. He's averaging just over 38 yards a kick. On his field goals, he's 4 of 5 with a long of 39 yards. It's homecoming at WT tonight. We're expecting a big crowd approaching 9,000. The Buffaloes have won 5 consecutive homecoming contests. Are they going to make it 6? Well, that's what we're going to find out over the next 3 hours. It's a beautiful Panhandle night for football. 58 degrees at game time. Wind light out of the north. By the time we get into the second half, the temperature is going to be in the 40s. It's going to be a fun one. Now, for more about tonight's ball game, let's take it back upstairs to Lucas Kinsey and Bryce Sheets.
All right, thanks very much, Kent. And again, homecoming makes such an interesting dilemma for a lot of teams, but for the Buffaloes, as you mentioned, they won the last 5 and they're 14 of their last 16 homecoming games. So, again, hoping to continue that trend tonight. Right now it's time to go to Beyond the Athlete, and so we will go to Beyond the Athlete. Kenny Gibson is the focus.
Yeah. Siege. Riley. Taz. Yeah. Set me free and give me death, there ain't no other choices. When I lay down to go to sleep, I keep on hearing voices. Little whispers in my head, man, is you fake or loyal? Why no water, death designer, baby, pick your poison. These little demons living underneath my bed, creeping. Know the real monster lives above them all, sleeping. That subtle breathing in your closet every single evening. Thought you never see me again, looks can be deceiving. When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Yeah, here we come. Hey, here we come. Hey, here we come. Here we come.
Hey, I'm Kari Belmaris, and welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Athlete. Today we're sitting down with Cannon Gibson, who plays football for West Texas A&M University. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So this is your first year playing college football. How's it been so far?
It's been really, really good. I've really enjoyed everything that kind of comes with it. You know, the good, the bad, the indifference. I've really enjoyed our coaching staff. The new staff's done an amazing job, actually, of, you know, building this team together. But by far the most thing I've enjoyed is the locker room, you know, just getting to be around the players every day, getting to build those bonds. And, you know, it's something I'm definitely not taking for granted, but I can't wait to continue to build them and build upon that.
Definitely. So in an article from Press Pass Sports, you stated that you were excited to go into the game against Western Colorado and that you weren't super nervous and how that was important to you. That was your debut. Did you know or like speculate that you were going to go on the field that night, or is it just kind of like a shock to you?
So I really didn't speculate that I was going to go on the field that night. You know, the goal as a football team is you got to kind of hope that your backup quarterback doesn't have to go in. But, you know, with that being said, I really do think that our coaching staff did an amazing job getting me ready to be in that situation if I ever need to be put in it. So when time came, it wasn't really nerves that were taking over. I mean, it was more of the excitement because I knew what I was capable of and I knew that what I needed to do in that situation. So whenever I was out there, it kind of just broke down to the fact that it was my 11 against their 11, that we just needed to do what we could control and do our thing, and that in the end, I think that we were going to come out where we wanted to be.
How do you keep your nerves at bay in a situation like that where you're put on the spot and you need to be ready to go?
Like I said, you know, just focusing on the little things, focusing on the task at hand. You know, a football game's made up around roughly about 180 plays, and just take it play by play. That's the main thing that I was focusing on, going through my keys, going through my reads, and knowing, you know, like I said earlier, that in the end I had 11 guys on the field that had my back, and I had a full coaching staff on that I knew had my back as well.
Definitely. So it's homecoming. And this is your first one as a Buff. The HoCo game just brings about a different atmosphere, I think. What are you looking forward to the most?
Like you said, the atmosphere. We've been blessed here at WT especially with a huge fan base, whether it be the community, the students, or the rest of the fan base, really. I'm really excited for the atmosphere to come out and, you know, so we can show that we're going to get back on the right track. You know, we've kind of let 3 games in a row get away from us. And, you know, it's something that we've been focusing all week in practice, is that this is the week that we get back on track. And, you know, we finish the season outright where we want to be. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most, is just getting to prove that we're who we are in front of this atmosphere.
You're the future of WT football, Buff Nation has gotten their first look at you, and I definitely say they weren't disappointed. As you continue on in your athletic career, what message do you have for WT fans?
Whether right now we might not be where we want to be, sitting where we're at, there's definitely a lot of bright spot with what we're going to be. WT is a great place to be. It's a great community. It's a great school, but more than anything, it's a great football program. We're blessed to be able to play in this stadium, and our goal as WT is we want to get to where we're winning championships. And right now, we may not be there, but we're going to get to that point where we're winning the LSC and where we're going to be hopefully competing to get in the national championship or in the playoffs or stuff like that. So I think like I said earlier, it's going to take a full effort of the 11 on the field, on offense and on defense. But our coaching staff, that's a huge thing. They're a huge hire, getting Coach Lynn's staff here and getting him in here because he's had the experience of winning championships. He's had the experience of doing all that. So I think the future is looking really bright for us right now.
Definitely, and this was only the beginning for you. It's really exciting. Thank you so much for being here today. Really appreciate it, and stay tuned for the next episode of Beyond the Athlete.
Well, welcome back to Bain Schaefer Stadium and First United Bank. You can hear the WT fight song in the background as the band plays as we get set for our national anthem. Again, homecoming for 2023 as Western New Mexico will be the opponent for the Buffaloes tonight. And now we'll go down to the field for the playing of our national anthem. Fantastic rendition of the national anthem by the WT band, and again getting set for this one tonight as we anticipate a great crowd for this one for homecoming.
Absolutely, Bryce. And for West Texas A&M coming into this game tonight, let's look at our keys to the game. Number one, we talked just a little bit about this in terms of the run game, and I'm just going to ask the question, where do the Buffaloes roam, Bryce?
Well, that is a great question because we haven't seen it of late. And again, that's one of the things we really need to see get going for WT in this one tonight. On the season, they're averaging 4 yards per carry. That's great, but we just haven't seen that consistently in the last 3 games. And so that's what's made a big difference for the Buffaloes as far as their offense is concerned. And so, again, you're right. Got to get the running game going. It doesn't depend on one or the other. And, again, we just don't want our quarterback to be the one primarily running because usually he's running to escape the defense instead of really trying to focus on a play.
And again, last week, the leading ball carrier was Monte Dawson. He had the 9 carries for 25 yards, did have a touchdown over at Texas A&M Kingsville. So they've got some talented guys back there. I'm really looking forward to seeing Frankie McFadden back on the field again. The center, a transfer from Nebraska, Kearney, was injured against Adams State, and they're going to be glad to see the 280-pound sophomore back on the field.
Well, and why is that important? Because, again, he knows the offensive calls, and so he knows the offense they're running. And so that's key, not to say that we haven't had that in the last few weeks with Williams as the center. It's just the fact that Frankie knows exactly what the calls are. And so, again, that's what sets up the offensive line, and that sets up the blocking that they need for a running game.
All right, second key tonight, Bryce. The WT defense, which has been really good for most of this year, but they got to be ready for an air show tonight, and we'll look more at the starting lineups as the game starts. Buffs are down in the secondary, a couple of guys.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of crucial tonight because, again, when you look at the fact that for WT, Freddie Simons is out, and so too is one of the backup, Gage Smith, and really Gage is the nickel back. And so when we run 5 defensive backs, which I think we'll do a lot tonight, that kind of hurts taking that key element out as far as the nickel is concerned. And so, again, who's going to step up, who's going to fill in, that's going to be a big key tonight. And, again, our front 7 has played great. It's the secondary, and so they'll be challenged in this contest with Western New Mexico.
Yeah, Devin Larson comes in averaging nearly 300 yards through the air, only averaged 50 yards on the ground. But, again, the Buffs faced Western New Mexico last year, and Kent talked about it. Devin Larson had a great game, 433 passing yards, a couple of touchdowns, and so the Buffs hoping to get some revenge against him. He's originally committed to Iowa State quarterback, and he's been in Silver City for a couple of seasons. All right, the last key, Bryce, is it's a special night for obviously for a lot of different reasons, but mostly because it's homecoming. And how about a special night for some special teams for WT? It's been half and half, right? I mean, glass half full, glass half empty. At times, special teams have been awesome. At times, special teams have hurt WT.
Yeah, and you want it to be consistent. That's the thing. For the most part, they really have stepped up where they need to. But, again, you can't have any breakdowns. We have to win 2 or 3 facets of the game. And so special teams is one of those facets. And, again, if they're not in sync, that makes a big difference. And that means, like, fumbling a kickoff or not being maintaining your position. You may kind of give up and try to cheat a little bit and go over on coverage, and then there's a lane that's wide open. And so, again, just doing your job, making sure you do that. And that's key with special teams.
You look at the all-time series, West Texas A&M leads in the series, 8 wins, 4 losses. Interesting, though, since they have built the new stadium here, Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium, Western New Mexico, 0-2 here in this building. And, Bryce, how big is it tonight, for Coach Lynn and this staff? I mean, just in the first season, but a lot of recruits down on the field as well, local talent that are watching. You've got a big homecoming crowd. It's a game that, in terms of the records, WT probably picked to win this game, but they're going to have to come out and do it.
Well, they've got to be consistent throughout tonight, both offensively, obviously defensively, but in special teams. And you're right, with the crowd, that brings the excitement. This is one of the showcase places to play in the Lone Star Conference. And so with a big crowd, a lot of excitement, all of that going, you're selling the sizzle. That's really what we're selling tonight for recruits. And so, again, you need all facets to be in step tonight. And so that's going to be a big key.
Here's a look at Thunder as they're getting ready to come out onto the field. West Texas A&M Buffaloes, 2 wins. You always love to see Thunder.
Well, I'm laughing because I did a soccer game the other night, and all of a sudden we heard the PA and music and everything else during the game.
Okay.
And I thought, what is going on? And I said something, and our director who was next to me said they're getting ready to run Thunder to get ready for today. So they were practicing running Thunder out here to get ready for the game.
You're talking about practice, Bryce?
Practice.
Even Thunder?
Even Thunder
puts
in practice.
Puts in the time.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool. West Texas A&M mentioned it for homecoming, 47, 28, and 2 all-time in homecoming games. Bryce, one thing you look at also with this game for WT is defensively, the Buffs have done a really good job. You mentioned it with their front 7. They're going to be without nose tackle tonight, Obadiah Ben Israel Obi, and so Dylan Parcher will have to step up. One unit that we've been super impressed with, though, all season long, are the linebackers. WT linebacker U, as we like to say.
Well, absolutely, and really they've all done a great job. Josh Barrett, JT Cavender, Jimmy Harrison, Kobe King. I saw JT earlier in the week, and so again, we just talked a little bit about how things have been the last 3 weeks. But and you know JT as well. He's just an upbeat guy, upbeat kid, always ready to go. And he just said, we're learning, we're going through what we need to, some of the growing pains with some of the younger guys. And so we're going to get there. We really are.
Another one of those linebackers. Well, wait. Well, let's let Thunder get out here first. Kent Johnson's moving some people out of the way to usher in Thunder, so we'll get Thunder out on the field. Bryce, let me ask you this. How much would they have to pay you to get down there with the herdsmen and run on the field with Thunder? Think you could do it?
No, I can't. At this point in my life, I can't run, really. And so I wouldn't be able to stay in front.
Okay.
I'd run to get out of the way. I would do that.
Yes. Buffs come onto the field. They're ready to go. We are ready to go here at Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium, just a few minutes away from kickoff. Let's look at our X-Bar Steakhouse X factor of the game, and we were just talking about linebackers. Yeah. One of the linebackers for WT from Dumas, local product. We saw him in high school, outstanding player just down the road, and Bryce making an impact on the field this year.
Well, the thing we saw in high school, the fact he has a nose for the football. He knows where to go, obviously, to be disruptive. And so he's done such a great job on special teams this year. He's had 3 block punts, and so, again, he knows how to drive through and get through to make sure everything is taken care of. And so, again, just a great X-Bar, X-Factor player of the game as Kate Cox from Dumas. And really, he does a great job. And again, he's one of those guys that's just growing in stature as he continues on in his football career.
I think for Cade, he's one of those guys, Bryce, that no matter what Coach Lynn asked of him, he would do it.
Right.
Cade, we need you to play defensive end. Yes, sir. Cade, we need you to go on the offensive side of the ball and do something. Block, play tight end. I think he would do that as well. And it was cool. There was an article that came out this week, Press Pass Sports, and it highlighted Cade Cox, also highlighted Carly Evitz. From the volleyball team, a local talent from Canyon High School. See the captains coming out onto the field for Western New Mexico. We are going to try our best tonight. We got the binoculars out because they've got these white jerseys with gold numerals as they bring their captains out onto the field for Western. Number 37, Renee Holguin, one of the defensive backs. Number 88, that's the tight end, Bobby Hartley Brown. Number 0, Preston Helu, defensive player. And also number 3, James Hoban, one of the running backs. For West Texas A&M, number 8, Noah Bagardis. Tyree Tipton's out there, Jimmy Harrison, and JT Cavender. As you see now, Bryce, are the honorary captains down on the field for this game. Elisha Demerson, Victor McGee, Milton Smith, and Dolores Thompson. Glad to have our honorary captains out there.
Again, we're getting ready for the coin toss in this one as the referee getting set to explain to WT that the visiting team will make the call. They're showing him the coin to let him know that, what side is head, what side is tails. And it looks like WT may have won the toss. They did. So WT won the toss, and they've deferred to the second half.
All right. Western will get the football first. And we'll see that Buff defense on the field.
So the Buffs will be going from left to right. Western New Mexico will be going from right to left. And so both teams getting set to get this one underway.
All right, let's take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll come back with the kickoff.
We'll be receiving the ball at this end. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, so we see the Buffaloes, Bryce.
For over 40 years,
will start on defense. Western New Mexico is going to get the football to start things. And
so the interesting thing that we want to watch for is how will they play defense tonight. And by that, I just mean Are we going to go with a nickel back? We're going to go with a dime package sometimes defensively.
If a roofing
what are we
company
doing? What do we need to
replace
do
your roof
to make
and cover
sure
your insurance
that
deductible, you need to think twice.
the air game
Texas
is not
law
what
says that
Western New
this is
Mexico is
illegal
going to be able to
and
rely
could lead
upon?
to legal action.
First-year head coach for Western New Mexico, Billy Hickman, has been at Western for 3 years, offensive coordinator there for a couple seasons, and actually they got a coaching connection there. His wife, Ashley, is the head softball coach. Philip Vigil was there last year. He takes the job at Colorado State Pueblo, moves over there
watching the
for
West
the
Texas A&M
Thunderwolves. So
University Homecoming
for Billy Hickman,
by News Channel 10 and the Texas
he knows his team has a chance to come here on the road and try to spoil homecoming and have a big win here tonight against WT.
Well, again, we'll see exactly how this stacks up in tonight's contest as WT gets set to kick this one off. Again, WT will be going from left to right as Western New Mexico will be running to the north end. The wind is coming out of the north, not very much, only about 6 to 10 miles per hour, so that really shouldn't be a factor in this one. But Western New Mexico will get their offense out there first, and again, like you mentioned, we'll see what WT's defense will do to try to thwart what they try to do in the passing game.
2 men back to return for Western New Mexico, Marion Postel and number 11, Jeremiah Hartfield. It doesn't matter because the ball goes out of the back of the end zone. We'll look at those defensive starting lineups for the Buffaloes tonight. And again, Bryce, we mentioned it. There's a few changes that we're going to see tonight, not only in the secondary, but up front with Obadiah Ben Israel out, Dylan Parcher in the lineup.
Yeah, that's going to be a change. The nice thing about the front three, WT consistently this season has rotated in about 6 different guys. So a lot of guys have had playing time there. The linebackers, of course, stepping up, filling the gaps. That's going to be a big key, too.
Well, and here's a change for you, Bryce. Devin Larson, not the starting quarterback. It's number 19, Hunter Davis, 5'11", 185-pound junior that is out there to start this game. You know, and
false start. Offense.
They have movement up front, so it's a penalty. Back him up 5 yards. That was one thing. Went down on the field with Corn Davis, and we talked to head coach Billy Hickman, and he said, hey, we got a bunch of injuries. He didn't mention that one of them perhaps might be to his quarterback.
But he was warming up. So he was out there in the pregame warming up, and so just checking the sideline to see where he may be, but he was out there warming up.
Okay.
So
remember the one year at the Super Bowl, Thurman Thomas couldn't find his helmet.
Right.
Here's a fake, and the quarterback keeps it, and that crossed the 30-yard line. A good run for Hunter Davis, again, a junior out of Portland, Oregon. On the season, he is perfect passing, Bryce, 1 for 1 for 28 yards.
Well, again, you know, something to build on as you go. Again, the question is, had they made this decision to start this way or, you know, to throw kind of a bubble in there for WT to react to?
All right, 2nd down and short. Davis rolls to the right, runs again, and he's taken down hard. Hogtied, a yard short of the first down marker.
JT Cavender comes up and makes the stop, takes him down now, about a yard short, so 3rd and 1. And again, that's the thing with the Western, you know, they throw the football. They don't really run. They average 50 yards per game, and already it's the quarterback taking off.
So Hunter Davis with some wheels, and they run him a couple of times. 3rd down and short play here for the Mustangs. Coming into this game, 1 win, 5 losses. They haven't won a game in conference yet at 0-4. Trying to change that tonight. Handoff and going over the left side, not able to pick it up was James Holben as the Buffs read that beautifully. Shooting through was Andrew Lauritsen, the defensive end.
Yeah, Andrew had a nice read on that one. Fought off the block, and so just as soon as the handoff was there to the running back, he was able to make the stop.
So after a couple of nice runs by the quarterback, the Buffs defense tightens up and forces a punt situation. They'll send back to return the punt Tyler Sweet.
So the interesting thing, again, with Lauritsen is he's not, I don't see him on the sideline anywhere. And so, but he was out there warming up.
Devin Larson?
Yeah.
Yes. High snap, and the punter just barely gets it down. It's a low liner down the middle of the field. The Buffs just had to get out of the way. It ends up not being a disaster. It goes down to the 39-yard line, but give credit to number 69, Tanner Bobick, the sophomore from Glendale, Arizona. That one nearly went over his head.
Well, again, nice athletic move to control that one and get the punt off. And so, all right, so we've already seen one wrinkle we didn't expect tonight. And so let's see how the Buffs respond as they bring the offense out and get set to get this one underway.
All right, starting lineups now for the Buffs offense. We'll pull that graphic up. And again, we talked about it. Expected to see Frankie McFadden. Looks like we're going to actually have David Williams that will start at center. 3 receivers come to the near side on first down. TMG takes the carry over the left side, picks up about 3 yards. And so that maybe they will work McFadden in. Hopefully we'll see him. But again, David Williams will start in. He's a freshman from DeSoto. There's also, we've seen Canyon Ives, a freshman from Denison, get some time there. Buffs go hurry up offense, and I think they got the Mustangs to jump. Gibson airs this ball down the far sideline, diving attempt, and just incomplete. Did you see offsides there, Bryce?
Yeah, I believe that's what occurred because there was movement, and so it was a free play or should be a free play. We'll see if that is the case. Cannon Gibson just unloads his intended target over
offside
on the far side.
Defense, number 95, 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, he tried to get it to Kenneth Reed as we read or hear the penalty, and they'll mark this one off. Tried to get it to Kenneth Reed Jr., and he really was not at full stride when he started. Then he saw the fly of the ball was and tried to get up there quickly.
That was a call from your head referee, Tony Acosta. Second down and short play. Travion McCoy-Gay takes the carry across midfield. He's got enough to move the sticks, and they're into Mustang territory. And early on, a good sign, Bryce, a couple of positive yardage run plays.
Yeah, they're going to run quickly, too. They like the personnel that's out there for Western, so they're going to run quickly and not make any changes.
This Western defense, 3-man front, play a lot of DBs, 5 DBs on the field most of the time. McCoy-Gay over the right side. Good hole opens up, and he's down to the 40-yard line. Nice pickup of 8 yards there, and good blocking up front by this Buff offensive line to start the game.
Jax Andrews on the right end, a nice job of opening up a hole for him to run through. Just a great job upfield.
He got him to move again. Marker is thrown. Penalty flag flies. Here's Cannon Gibson running. Throws it the last second on the move, and it's caught by Tyree Tipton down to the 21-yard line.
He had to thread a needle on that one because really he got up to the line, and then they're checking to make sure. They're first going to check on the flag, but make sure he didn't cross the 40 as well. And as he fired that one, kind of a sidearm throw
offside.
To thread the needle.
Defense, number 93. That penalty's declined. Result of the play is a first down.
Yeah, that one looked like what we've been watching in the baseball playoffs, Bryce.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a little sidearm, fastball that got in there. And, again, Tyree pulls that one in.
Real quick, who you got, Astros or Rangers?
Rangers have been playing well.
All right, here's Cannon Gibson on first down. He'll roll to the right. Juggling catch made by McCoy-Gay, cuts inside and then is taken down. Good tackle, open field there by Cole Alama there, the linebacker for the Mustangs.
And really not a bad job from also for McCoy-Gay as he had a bobble. The ball was bobbled. He pulled it in, then he planted his foot and cut back against the grain.
Buffs send 3 receivers to the left. Move quickly. McCoy-Gay up the middle. Good hole. Breaks a little bit of a tackle there and gains yardage near the 15-yard line. This Mustangs defense, they give up a lot of points, 42 points allowed per game, 413 total yards of offense. And they have been outscored, Bryce, in the first quarter this year, 96-17. 2 tight ends on the field for the Buffs. On the right, Shaq Brown and Ryan Cosper. And we got a new quarterback in for the Buffaloes. This is Ashton DeBose, 6'2", 190-pound, true freshman. He'll take this carry at the 15-yard line. At the 10, DeBose on his first play as a Buffalo Stampede, baby, touchdown.
Well, that was just a patient run that time by the freshman as he went up to the line, saw an opening to his right, went that way, then again cut back a little bit, then was able to get into the end zone.
All right,
and did a nice job.
Is that comparable, Bryce, to your first at bat being a home run out of the park?
So. It has to be comparable.
First
to that.
play.
Look
on
at everybody
the field.
swirling around him down here on the end.
For Ashton DeBose is a touchdown, extra point attempt for West Texas A&M. It's up, and it is good. Buffalo strike first, 7-0 lead, 10:40 to play, first quarter. We'll take a timeout, come back with more here. You're watching Buffalo football on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network and News Channel 10.
live where wide open roads lead to wide open spaces, where life is lived a different kind of way. We believe that generosity should always be given, but loyalty can only be earned. Community is sacred. Integrity is learned. We believe in going the extra mile, whether it's time to work or it's time to play. But most important, we believe in doing the right thing, always.
I'm celebrating my 40th year in business this year. That's longer than any other GM dealer in the Texas Panhandle. At Greg Lair Buick GMC, my selling points remain the same. Our non-commissioned sales staff and my free lifetime powertrain warranty give you complete peace of mind. If that's not enough, now I'll give you $2,000 best price guarantee, and I'll still give you a free lifetime warranty. Why go anywhere else? I'm Greg Lair, and I personally guarantee you this will be the best buying experience you've ever had.
Welcome back to Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium. The Buffs lead at 7-0. They get a touchdown run from Ashton DeBose, and it's a 7-0 lead, 10:40 to play here in quarter number 1.
Again, nice 7-play, 61-yard drive. Ashton DeBose takes it in from 16 yards out, and the Buffs lead this one 7-0 as we get set for the second series for Western New Mexico. Again, that was a great drive, and the nice thing about it was the run. Buffs rushed for 56 yards on that particular series that time. And so, again, trying to establish the ground game.
Buffs will kick off. Their first one went out of the back of the end zone, and be interesting to see if Western New Mexico comes back with backup quarterback Hunter Davis, or if we'll see Devin Larson. Still not sure on that situation. Here's the kickoff. High in the air, and again, over the head of the return man.
So it'll be Western New Mexico again. Kind of the surprise coming out with Hunter Davis. Let's make sure he's coming out. Again, we did not see Devin Larson. And so Devin Larson, who warmed up in this one, I don't know if he went to the locker room and got in street clothes or whatever the case, but he is not out there right now.
All right.
Quick pass to the near side, and that's caught. And so a nice reception. That's the one thing, Lucas. I mean, that's Deuce Zimmerman. That's only his 10th reception so far this year. And so, again, as he's standing by, or as he's able to pull that one in, nice gain of about 2 yards.
Let's go down to Corin Davis.
Let's head down. Yeah. Let's head down to the field. Corin Davis. Go ahead, Corin.
There's a handoff over the left side. We'll check in on Corin
for
again.
the Mustangs. The last few games, they've been slow getting started offensively. So their biggest key is finding a rhythm early and sticking with what works, which lately has been the passing game. Devin Larson is talented in the pocket. If he can find Anthony Flores, Deuce Zimmerman, Jeremiah Hartfield, and make WT secondary work, they will be successful. Coach Hickman said he feels good going into this game. They're battling some injuries, but young guys are stepping up. Coach said it himself, and you could see it in warm-ups. These guys are ready to compete. Guys.
All right, Corin, thanks very much. 3rd down and about 6.
All right, here's the play for the backup quarterback. Davis in trouble and just has to throw it away as he had 2 Buffs breathing down his neck. One of them, number 18, Ashton Reynolds. And a nice job from that defensive front, Bryce, putting pressure. When you can rush with 3, good things happen.
Yeah, and Ashton Reynolds that time, he just kind of threw to the side one of the offensive linemen and then had great pressure on the quarterback. Davis just had to retreat, came over to the near side and knew there was nowhere to go upfield. He just threw it out of bounds, and they'll force once again another punting situation.
So a nice start for West Texas A&M defensively. They're going to get the ball back quickly.
Got movement all over the place. And again, the Buffs are trying to force that. They've got movement on their line, and so they're trying to make Western
false start.
jump.
Offense, number 17. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Last time they punted, Bryce, they had trouble with the snap, and it was an athletic play by the punter, Tanner Bobick, to just...
And this deep in your own territory, you don't want too many athletic plays right now. And And there's movement again. They shifted over, and in doing so, they had one of the linemen move when they shifted. So they'll mark off 5 more yards.
False start, offense, number 25. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
This is a start, Bryce, that Billy Hickman is not going to be very pleased with. His team seems very flat right now, making mistakes, not playing with a lot of energy to this point. It's very early, but on the road, you don't want to give the Buffs too much of a head start. Bobbitt gets this one off with pressure in his face, and the punt is fair caught at the Western New Mexico 46-yard line. We will have a media timeout here. 9 minutes and 16 seconds to play first quarter, and West Texas A&M leads by a touchdown. It's homecoming night here in Canyon, Texas. Back after these timeout.
When you choose natural gas, chocolate chip cookies get a little tastier. Homes get a little cozier. Bank accounts tend to put on some weight. Towels get fluffier. Showers stay hotter for longer. And our blue planet gets a little greener. When it comes to choosing energy that's clean and efficient, nothing else could be more American. Atmos Energy, your natural gas company.
We are Carpet Tech, and we are family. More than carpet cleaners, we're a team. Diving right in, not afraid to invest in our work and each other. We're killing it day in and day out, never shrinking from a challenge. Our people are 1 part passion, 1 part grit, and about a zillion parts awesome. And we are always looking to add to our family. So what are you waiting for?
All right, welcome back to First United Bank Field, Bain Schaefer Stadium. Buffaloes lead this one 7-0. 9:16 left to play here in the first quarter. The Buffaloes, great field position after the defense holds Western New Mexico, and then a couple of penalties forced them back on the punts. And I say punts because they were trying to punt it really 3 times, and they had 2 penalties to force them back. And so the Buffs will take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line for Western New Mexico.
All right, it's Cannon Gibson working out of the gun. And Travion McCoy-Gay over the right side, a short gain. Western New Mexico able to come up, make a good stop. That was number 93, J.J. Royna, a 6'2", 225-pound freshman. If you look at this roster, Bryce, there's a lot of transfers, and there's also a lot of youth, a lot of young players on this team.
Yeah, a very lot of young players. That's not even good English. But, I mean, you're right. Absolutely a ton of young players. And so, again, new head coach, but he's been there for 3 years, so it's the same offensive system that they've ran for the last 3 years.
On the field is Monte Dawson at the running back. Gibson going to run to the right. He's got good speed, and he gets out of bounds near the 40-yard line. This is going to set up a 3rd down and short.
And that's the patience you want. He looks to his left. He's trying to find a receiver over there. Nobody's in the pattern that he's looking for, and so you just tuck the ball, roll to your right. There's pressure there,
sure,
but he was able to outrun the pressure.
And I think that's been one of the things that they've been working with Gibson on is let the play develop. Don't
right.
take off too soon.
Right.
But as you see it where, hey, the receivers aren't there, and now I do need to run, use your speed.
Correct.
3rd down, and they're calling it 4 here for the Buffs. Dawson, the carry. Oh, boy, hit the spin move at the 35-yard line, picked up a 1st down.
The spin move picked up the 1st down because he was stopped before that, spun around, little pirouette, and then able to get further to the left and then pick up the 1st down for the Buffs.
The tackler comes up, and all of a sudden it's a disappearing act.
It's a whoop-whoop. That's what it is.
All right, 1st down. Dawson will try the right side. A hole opens up, and that time he uses some power, lowers the shoulder pads. Bryce, we haven't seen a lot of Dawson, but last week, again, he had the most carries. He's a transfer from SMU and not a huge player, but he is fast.
Yeah, the speed is what really makes a big difference there. And the other thing, too, as you mentioned, a transfer, so he's still learning the system, trying to get in on key plays.
To the right side, Dawson puts his foot in the ground. Another good run, but the referee behind the play throws a flag. This could be coming back.
We're going to have a hold. I think that's going to be on the Buffaloes, Cannon Ives, I think. He had a pancake block, but then I think he just kept
holding. Offense.
Too much
number
butter.
62, 10-yard penalty.
Well, they called it on the other side, Jax Andrews, the right tackle instead of the left tackle. But nevertheless, that's where the penalty came. And so, again, but still, Monte Dawson with a nice move really to get to the outside.
Wiggle.
Yeah,
I mean,
he really does.
You're seeing the spin move, put your foot in the ground, and make defenders miss. And obviously, we know if he gets out in the open, he's got breakaway speed. 2nd down and 12 now for the Buffaloes. They lead by a touchdown. Over halfway through this first quarter, homecoming 2023 for the Buffs. And trying to get off this losing skid that they are on, where they've lost the last 3 games by a very close margin. Nobody's open, so Gibson will roll to the left, put this ball high in the air, and it's incomplete. Good defense by Western New Mexico down the field.
Everything about that play was correct. Gibson had plenty of time. He steps out to his left, out to see if he had somebody open. He had a receiver open, tried to loft it up there, and the defender does the right thing. He just runs toward the receiver, sees his head's turned around, so he just puts his hands up and it hits the back of the defender and bounces away.
That was the outside linebacker, L.J. Vongsi, the 215-pound senior out of Hawaii. 3rd down play now for the Buffs. 3 receivers split to the far side. Gibson comes up, signals something to his offensive line. Quick throw to the outside, caught by Dawson. He tried to make the juke, but that's a great open field tackle by number 37, Renee Hogan. He kind of says, not this time, Monte.
He knew what he was going to do, so he anticipated the juke. And so, again, he kind of went with it and then dove at his feet and was able to take him down for the stop. 4th down, but the offense will probably stay out there because of where they're at on the field. A little bit too long for a field goal try, but again, you feel comfortable with the way the offense has been moving here in this first half.
Well, here's the stat for you, Bryce. Opponents against Western New Mexico this year, 8 out of 10 on 4th downs.
Well, that's the other thing, too. Coaches know those statistics as well.
Gibson will throw down the field. Receivers there. Touchdown into the arms of Kenneth Red Jr. A little dance afterwards, and the Buffs get another touchdown. This one a strike from Cannon Gibson to Kenneth Red Jr.
Well, that was just a beautiful pass play, nicely developed. And again, Kenneth Red just ran away from the defender, caused some separation, and was able to just to get that pass floating into his arms, able to pull it in. You can see right there.
As a receiver, those just feel perfect. Hit in stride. The extra point from Preston Gregg is good. West Texas A&M strikes again. 14-0 lead for the Buffaloes. 6:11 to play first quarter. And we're back with more after this timeout.
Well, welcome back to First United Bank Field, Bain Schaefer Stadium. The Buffaloes go on a 7-play, 46-yard drive. They cap it off with a 32-yard pass from Kenneth Gibson to Kenneth Red Jr. And Kenneth, just nice separation to get away from the defender and get into the end zone with about 1.5 yards to spare away from the defender. Pulled that one in for the touchdown. Buffaloes lead this one 14-0.
Yeah, and if you're Western New Mexico, Bryce, you're on the road. You're without your leader.
A lot of players.
Devin Larson, other injuries as well. But Hunter Davis getting his opportunity. And at some point, we've seen him run.
Yeah.
But they got these receivers. They're going to have to get back to what they do.
Well, the thing about it is, too, that's the interesting thing. They've rushed for 18 yards. They've only passed for 2 here so far in this first half. And so, they haven't found their identity that they usually have. And as you talked about with the quarterback being out, Devin Larson, we saw him warm up, and it must have been one of those deals where he said, I just can't go, something's wrong. And so that's when Hunter Davis took over.
Out on the field defensively, nose tackle Xavier Rivera. Pass thrown to the outside, caught, and then hammered down. J.T. Cavender. He came to play tonight. Already a couple of tattoos.
I saw JT earlier this week. We were at the store. He was getting some flowers. For somebody special.
Not on this play, though, Bryce.
Not on this play, no. And I mean, just such a fun guy to be around, and really like his enthusiasm for the game.
Yeah, that was nothing nice about that last play. Here's the quarterback draw up the middle, breaking free and sliding in after picking up a first down at the 40-yard line is the quick-footed Hunter Davis. We'll look at head coach Josh Lynn down on the sidelines talking to the offensive line. That was a big first down picked up there. The Mustangs needed that one.
Yeah, Isaac Super tried to reach over that time and put a hand on the quarterback. Got him to slow just a second, but then once he broke free, he was already at the second tier, able to pick up the first down.
All right, this will be a quick throw to the outside. Nice catch made there by Jeremiah Hartfield, and then a good run after the catch. I think these quick throws may be trying to get Hunter Davis into a rhythm.
Yeah, calm down a little bit, and yes, absolutely. Get him into the throwing rhythm, kind of like they do in practice. And that's what the coaches are saying. This is just like practice, and so just get back into what feels right.
Jeremiah Hartfield, that was his 24th catch this season. He's got 3 touchdowns. They have some talented receivers out there. This is a run play to the left, and it doesn't go anywhere. Cavender comes up, cleans it up. The first man through was number 92, defensive lineman Isaac Soper.
Yeah, and Isaac just does a nice job. He just pushes his man back, and doing so pushed him back into the running back and then just wrapped him up. Took him down for no gain whatsoever.
Third down and about 5 here for Western New Mexico from its own 45-yard line. Buffs again with a 3-man defensive front, extra defensive back on the field here. Expecting a pass, and
got a penalty.
Was there movement?
Well, I think 17 may have been offsides on that. Now, they are going to say there was movement. Yes.
False start. Offense, number 17.
The split receiver.
So he was up, and then he stepped back, and so that's where the movement came.
You know, those receivers, that's the first thing you'll see them as they sprint up to the line. They look to the line judge, and they ask.
They point. Yeah, They say, am I good? They'll ask them, am I good? And he just looks at him and doesn't say anything.
So now it's 3rd and 10. A little extra yardage to pick up here for Western New Mexico. 3:44 and counting down here in the first quarter. Mustangs already trailed by 2 touchdowns. It's a screen pass, and they throw it over the running back's head. No chance to make that play for Marcus Higgs, and it's punt time again.
And, that's just a touch pass. It really is. That's something you work in practice a lot, and so when you don't have it, and what I mean by that is Devin Larson's getting most of the snaps in practice. Hunter's not getting as much, and so, again, he hasn't developed that feel for that pass as of yet, and so that's why it was over the head of the intended target, the running back.
So already the 3rd punt for Tanner Bobick. He's the punter and the kicker for the Mustangs. Back to return, Tyler Sweet. And this is a good punt. It's going to go all the way back to the 21-yard line.
What's interesting is Tanner Bobick, they ran him out away from the pressure. They knew the pressure was coming up the middle, so they ran him to the outside that time, a little further out, a little soccer style, then he was able to get the kick off.
And a 40-yard punt there for Bobick, and West Texas A&M offense back on the field. It's been a great start for WT. 112 to 38 yardage advantage here for the Buffs.
Well, the thing about it, too, now, as I look out on the offensive line, Frankie McFadden is out there right now.
Nice.
So the starting center for the beginning of the year is able to get back in and get in some reps.
This is Isaiah Smallwood on the carry, and he gains good yardage to the 26.
And we've seen Isaiah, of course, for several years. And the thing about it is, once he gets in a rhythm, and we're just waiting for him to get in that rhythm, he's an explosive back, too. And he can take off and gobble up big yards. He just needs to get into what he feels like is a good rhythm for him to run with the football.
Buffs have 3 receivers to the near side. Again, Smallwood, the running back. And he'll take it over the left side, trying to make something, and not much going there. Good job of that defensive line, Nicholas Smith, Devin Graham, and Royna.
And you got to know that Western New Mexico thinks the same thing, too. They know WT wants to establish the run. I mean, already over 116 yards so far here in this first quarter. And so they need to stop the run, and that's what they want to try to do. And they're bringing the linebackers up, kind of fill the gap right now.
It's a third down and long. Buffs tonight 2 for 3 on third downs. Gibson, perfect throw, caught, Sweet, first down, still going at midfield, breaks it outside, Tyler Sweet. And a penalty marker thrown at the very end. This is going to be an interesting call.
Well, this may be a holding penalty called against the Buffaloes.
Spot foul.
And that's going to be on Kenneth Redd. He was trying to hold a block out on the far side to allow Sweet to get to the outside. Sweet did a nice job, too, in the pattern.
Holding, offense, number 2. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, West Texas.
So it's still a big play. It just comes back a little bit, and you can see Kenneth out there just a little frustrated with himself.
Well, again, he did, he blocked. And so when Tyler kind of went to the outside of him instead of going to the inside, he was trying to hold the block. And so as he tried to turn, he kind of grabbed some shoulders, and that's where the penalty came about. He was trying to do the right thing, and when you're looking at that, you can't be too mad from a head coach's standpoint.
Wow, great defensive play there. Buffs went play action, and reading that one all the way was Renee Holguin, the sophomore safety out of El Paso. 47 tackles on the season, and this one just did not work.
No, it didn't. And really, you can see as he comes up, he read it perfectly and is able to grab the tight end and throw him back for a loss. Again, he's out of Arkansas Pine Bluff, so again, he's had some D1 experience in the past.
Catch was by Cosper, but it was for -1 yardage, and this one is for minus yardage, as spinning and throwing Isaiah Smallwood back is Previn Lloyd.
That was a frustration tackle right there.
Yes, it was.
I mean, he beat his man to the spot, and so then it was just running down the running back, and Isaiah had nowhere to go, and so he got thrown back for a big loss.
Lloyd at 235 pounds. It's one thing I noticed, Bryce, with this defensive line. They're not very big. Up front from Western New Mexico, right. 225, 245, 225, 235 with Previn Lloyd, but that was a really good tackle that time, forcing the Buffs now in a third down and 15. Gibson kind of shifting to the left, throws, and it's caught. Great catch by Tyree Tipton right at the sticks. We'll see where they mark this, about a yard short of the first down. I don't know how he kept that ball from hitting the turf.
Well, he did a nice job. He dove, kind of laid out for that one, pulled it up. When you're watching the replay, you watch, he'll pull it up to his chest as Cannon steps up on this one, throws it up to his chest and pulls it in.
And the Buffs got Western to jump again. Gibson throws it down the middle of the field. It's incomplete. But I think...
Yeah, there's another flag. That's going to be on pass interference. And so if they got them to jump...
Yeah, there's the flag down here by the WT sideline.
And then as they try to throw it up the field, there was pass interference. So let's see. That will be the penalty they'll take, obviously. As the officials get together, sort it out.
Now we get this pass interference call, Bryce. Where was this 3 weeks ago? Sir?
Obviously not the same crew that was here a few
Just
weeks
kidding.
ago. Yes. So the officials sorted out.
And WT making
They've already moved up, yeah.
It's 3 times that Western has jumped. Here's the replay, and just kind of grabbing from behind.
Yeah.
Not allowing Tyree Tipton
to have a chance. There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Offside, number 34, defense. That penalty is declined. Pass interference. Defense, number 33, that penalty will be accepted. 15 yards from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Yeah, they moved up further because they thought it might have been a holding penalty that was up there. Instead, it's a 15-yard penalty, and so that's why they have to mark that one off.
Ashton DeBose back in at quarterback, out of the gun. And he'll go quarterback draw, run it to the right side, cuts in at the 25-yard line, and then is sandwiched down. Just a patient run there, Bryce, for a nice 9-yard pickup.
Well, Ashton, good size, 6'2", 190-pound freshman from San Antonio, of course, his twin brother here as well. He's a receiver. Threw for, I think, 9,000 yards.
He can throw it, too.
Yeah, threw for 9,000 yards in high school. That'll be the last play for the first quarter.
Okay, Buffs, 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. They lead Western New Mexico 14-0. We'll take
That's
a timeout.
the end of the first quarter.
We'll be back with more football here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network and News Channel 10.
But egg producers don't quit at 5 p.m. We don't quit until the job's done either. Bankers' hours don't apply at First United Bank because we believe egg lending isn't a 9-to-5 job. While you're out working the fields or managing the herd, we're making sure your money is working too. Whether it's for livestock, land, or equipment, we're one of the most dominant egg lenders in the state and have been burning the midnight oil since 1907. First United Bank. We know ag lending. We know ag.
Well, you see some of the fans having fun in the stands, and for good reason, as the Buffs lead this one 14-0, 164 total yards in the first quarter for the Buffaloes, 38 for Western New Mexico, 99 yards for the Buffs through the air, 65 on the ground. And what just happened before we went to the commercial break, a penalty that sets the Buffs up. And so now they have a second down, then a run. Now they got a second down and about 2 thanks to the running of quarterback Ashton DeBow.
If you're Western New Mexico right now defensively, Bryce, even if they could hold the Buffs to a field goal, it would be a win right now, down by 14 and just off to a slow start offensively without their main trigger man and quarterback Devin Larson. Have not seen him tonight other than in the warm-ups.
And again, I didn't see any movement that indicated he wasn't comfortable, but I know you talked to the head coach before, and he said he had a lot of injuries.
Cannon Gibson back in at quarterback for the Buffs. Receiver goes in motion, and it's Isaiah Smallwood that takes the carry. He's up near the 15-yard line, has enough for another Buffalo first down. And this offense has been the best, and that's what Coach Lynn told me before the game. He said, we just need a good start offensively. Right. We don't need to be playing catch-up.
No.
This has been their best start they've had for several weeks.
Yeah, and this is the kind of start you can use to build on, too. And so that's what we want to see. We want to see them continue to build, obviously, in the course of the game, but throughout into next week as well.
First down play. And they fake it to Smallwood. Cannon Gibson keeps it. And look at Cannon try to run into one of the defensive linemen there for Western New Mexico. We've seen that from him. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there.
The question was that a broken play because he was trying to hand off and then he pulled it back? So either it was an RPO and then he just took off and ran. And it was following Isaiah Smallwood, who was blocking in front of him that time. And so, again, was that designed, or was it he saw something and he decided to pull it in and take off on the run?
Second down play. Buffs trying to score for a third time in this first half. Smallwood. Oh, ball came free at the very end of that run. It's a short pickup to the 11-yard line, so it's going to be third down and about 4 for the Buffaloes here. Buffs have been good on third downs tonight, 3 for 5.
So they send Noah Regardis back in, take out a tight end. So now 4 receivers, 2 to each side for Cannon Gibson.
And you'd like to see number 8 get the ball here, Bryce. It's been a slow start for Regardis, the LSC first team last year, 9 career touchdowns, but this year just 11 catches and 117 receiving yards. Gibson will take his drop. Nobody open on the right side, so he rolls to the left. And now he just has to run for his life as being pursued out of bounds. Is good job by number 21, Jyree Gamble.
And again, that's when you have a young quarterback. So he was running for his life, yes, but the thing he could have done is just throw it away because he wasn't going to be able to turn it up against the defenders that were there. Too many white shirts that would have slowed him up.
Offense, number 55, 10-yard penalty, third down.
And then sometimes that happens when you try to extend that play, too. You'll get a holding penalty. And so, again, the lineman trying to block and so trying to help you out a little bit. So we'll mark off 10, replay third down. Yeah, it was way over on the far side as we look at the replay.
It's a little bit more of a challenge here for the Buffaloes. Third down and 14 to pick up this first down. Bogardus and Red Jr., the receivers out to the left. Smallwood's the running back. Three-man defensive front for Western New Mexico. Good protection. Now Gibson will step up, throw this ball into the end zone. Tyree Tipton caught it. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
And Tyree has to be careful. It was a great catch. He caught it. Then he stood up over the defender, and that gets close to taunting. And so thankfully he kind of backed away. But again, just a great play from Cannon Gibson. Again, escaped the pressure, then was able to find a receiver and drop it in for 6.
That's the second catch tonight where Tyree has gone down low and cradled that ball. This time it's for a 21-yard touchdown from Gibson. Extra point from Preston Gregg is right down the middle, and the Buffaloes lead big here tonight. A great start for West Texas A&M. Here's the replay, Bryce.
Again, you watch him step up and then knows where he's at, so finds the receiver coming across. Tyree does a nice job of going down and picking that up with his shoelaces and put 6 on the scoreboard.
Buffs lead by 3 touchdowns. We're back with more football right after these messages.
Carpet World Canyon Internet has next level speed. Get 300 meg internet for as low as $35 a month. How fast is that? Fast enough to stream on multiple devices with 99.9% network reliability and equipment included. Or go even faster and get a $200 prepaid card. Get 300 meg internet for $35 a month with Optimum Mobile for as low as $15 a month. Call 866-9-OPTIMUM, go to Optimum.com, or visit a store today. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Welcome back to Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium. A great start for WT tonight in front of the homecoming crowd, and it's a big crowd tonight.
Yeah,
Bryce.
great crowd.
Did you see him down there tailgating when you came up?
I did, and actually there was so many. It was interesting because where we get to park, I had to wait to get in because there were so many people on the sidewalk that were walking, and I thought that's so fun that there's that many people that early before the start of the ball game.
All right, here's the kickoff. Western New Mexico has yet to be able to bring one out. They will this time. Up to the 20, a couple of broken tackles, and a nice return up near the 25-yard line for the Mustangs.
11 plays, 78-yard drive for the Buffaloes. They cap it off with a 21-yard pass from Cannon Gibson to Tyree Tipton. The extra point is good. The Buffs lead this one 21-0 with 12:30 left to play in the first half. 195 yards so far for the Buffaloes, 38 for Western New Mexico.
It was Demarion Postel, number 80, on that kick return for Western New Mexico. We'll see what the Mustangs can do. And it's going to be a quarterback run to the far side. And the quarterback right there finds out how fast
Jimmy Harrison is.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was just a great read by senior linebacker as Jimmy just took a great angle. Watch as the Hobbs senior just looks at the angle and then just exceeds and excels.
Wow.
Really what I need to say there. He accelerates as he gets to the quarterback.
Fun player to watch, yeah. Jimmy Harrison. Here's second down and long for Western New Mexico. Throw to the outside and a nice pitch and catch.
Yeah, that's a nice reception over there on the far side.
Number 11 on the catch, Jeremiah Hatfield.
And it was really good coverage for the Buffaloes as well as Joshua Baird over there as a linebacker. But, again, just, credit the good quarterback throw to the outside.
Buffs rotating again. The defensive line throughout this first half on the field right now. Number 95, Sakimi.
Yeah, he's played so well here at home, especially the last few ball games.
Miles Cannon as well. Here's a drop for the quarterback. He'll step up, throw on the run, and it's a great catch for Western New Mexico. First down, it's Hartfield. And a nice run after the catch. I mean, that is just the receiver using strong hands to rip it away.
Well, yeah, because there was a defender there that almost intercepted the football. And again, he goes after. That's what you want. You watch on the replay. That's what you want. You want your receivers to attack the football. And watch as he goes up and pulls it away.
Yeah.
And then gets to the outside, turns it upfield. That was a great pitch and catch.
Yeah, because Preston Stazuski, the safety, stepped right in front. He thought he had an interception. A couple of catches by Hartfield in Western New Mexico, moving closer to midfield. On first down, this time they'll try the ground game. And it's not much there for the Mustangs. Coming up to make the stop for WT defensively, number 56, Dylan Parcher. Again, he's getting the start tonight in place of Ovi.
And Dylan does a nice job. Again, fights off the block, and then just as the ball carrier gets there, able to wrap him up and just take him straight down to the turf for really no gain. We'll give him a half a yard, actually.
Yes. Second down and a long play. Again, Hunter Davis, the 5'11", 185-pound junior quarterback. He'll go empty backfield, and he'll run it at the 50, at the 45. Steps out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the first down marker. A lot of pressure there, so he had to take off.
Yeah, again, he did the right thing, too. He looks up the field, looks for the receivers in the pattern they had called that time. There wasn't anything there, so just plants his foot, takes off, and goes to the near sideline. It gets close to the first down marker.
Short yardage situation. Mustangs would love to get this first down. Buffs walk up the linebacker on the outside, Josh Baird. Davis in trouble, spins out. And a nice throw and catch on the run. Give that one to Davey Morales, and it's a Mustangs first down. Starting to see Hunter Davis do some good things here.
Yeah, absolutely. So he felt the pressure rolled out, and as mentioned, credit the receiver that Davies that saw his quarterback in trouble, so broke off his pattern, then straight to the outside, gave him a target, and he was able to hit him for the first down.
Best drive of this first half by far here for Western New Mexico, trailing 21-0. Clock running closer down to 9 minutes to play before halftime on a beautiful October evening here in Canyon, Texas. A run over the right side, and that time a hole did open up, nearly broken for James Hoban. Jimmy Harrison makes the tackle.
If Jimmy Harrison doesn't make the tackle, he's still running because that was a perfect lane for him to run through that time, and Jimmy just at the last second comes over and trips him up. Prevents it from being a bigger play than what it is.
You know, a couple weeks ago, Bryce, Jimmy had 19 tackles in a game, and so the Buffs last week at Kingsville, JT Cavender, he says, hey, I'm going to compete with you. He got 17 tackles against the Javelinas. Those are two outstanding linebackers, and then you throw Kobe King on the outside with Baird. Buffs now will face a second down and short. Western New Mexico throw to the outside. Good catch. Receiver breaks it at the 15-yard line and then steps out of bounds. It's going to be a first and goal. That was Anthony Flores. And as Hunter Davis is starting to warm up a little bit, Bryce, his receivers are really helping him out.
Well, the nice thing about this receiving core, too, is there's no favorite. And when I say that, Anthony Flores has caught, that's his 28th reception, 23 for Sona Ike. Byers has 25. Hartfield has 23. So, again, they really know how to find the open receiver. No favorites. You get to the guy that's wide open.
All right, first and goal for Western New Mexico. Davis rolls to the left, and he's just going to tuck this one and get as much as he can as Kobe King makes sure that he steps out of bounds. Just didn't like what he had in terms of the pass play over there.
Right, good coverage by the secondaries. Nobody really to go to, and so he has to run out of bounds. Got a yard on the carry, and so it'll bring up second down.
.724 left in the first half. Buffs nearly have 200 yards of offense. Western over 100 now. They did not have that before this drive. Quick throw to the outside. The catch made, and what a play by Josh Baird as he had a blocker taking him on, and he shucked the blocker out of the way, made the tackle with one hand basically. And Bryce, I don't know what that penalty is. A marker comes flying at the end of the play.
That's what I was trying to see. What was the penalty other than possibly a holding penalty? Yeah, that could be it, because they were trying to keep Josh Baird out, and so that may have been where the hold came.
It's hard enough to tackle with two arms, right? Josh Baird just needed one.
Yeah.
This is against WT, though.
Personal foul, defense, number 21, face mask. Half the distance to the goal.
Didn't see
automatic,
that.
I didn't either.
Down.
Yeah, didn't see it on the play.
So he grabbed face mask trying to make that tackle with the one hand. Here's the replay. We'll see it, Bryce, real quick. He just had that left hand grab face mask. So on the running play, that one's going backwards. How about number 44 again?
I'll tell you what, and we know Jimmy, and he's such a energizer bunny guy. I mean, the battery's always going. He came after on the play. Again, bit undersized as a linebacker, but again, plays with so much heart that he just took down the running back without any effort whatsoever.
He's 5'9", he's 220 pounds. He's like that horse at the horse races that people underestimate that ends up winning.
Right.
A little bit shorter. He is tough and just makes plays. Second down and goal for Western. Davis takes his drop, in trouble. Running to the left. 3 penalty markers fly. He throws it into the end zone for a touchdown.
The signal touchdown, but there are 3 penalties, you're right.
It depends. Is this a defensive hold or an offensive
hold?
hold?
The thing, too, the Buffs came on a blitz that time. J.T. Cavender came on a blitz up the middle. Looked like somebody grabbed a hold of him. I would think that would be an offensive hold if that's the case.
Catch was made by Jeremiah Hartfield in the end zone. They signaled it was a touchdown, but
personal
here's
foul,
the penalty.
Chop block, offense.
Yikes.
15-yard penalty, second down.
So if you're Western New Mexico, Bryce, you get down first and goal inside the 10, and they're just having a hard time right now.
You really are. Again, you try a running play, you got cut down on that particular play. Again, you go with this great pass pattern, but WT comes with the blitz, and so that throws off the blocking scheme, maybe where the chop block came about. And so, again, WT trying to shuttle in 3 new linemen.
So it is still goal to go, but Western moving the wrong direction. It's second and goal from the 19-yard line. Empty backfield right now for Hunter Davis, who, again, this has been his best drive of the half.
Absolutely.
Buffs rush 4, pass thrown. Jimmy Harrison, that's going to be a hold or a pass interference. He just got him a little too soon there.
Yeah, he celebrated. Then he turned around and saw the flag.
Yeah.
Pass interference.
That's the right call.
Defense, number 44. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
That's the bad thing about that play is it does generate an automatic first down.
So it's first and goal
so
again.
So now it's back to first and goal. Yeah, absolutely. And so Jimmy had the right
Spot
read.
foul.
Had the right read. And so.
Okay, so they just announced it was a spot foul. They marked the football up to the 11-yard line. And it is first and goal. Mustangs again stay empty backfield. Davis, quick throw, good catch, down inside the 5. And that was number 35, Davey Morales. A couple of catches on this drive for Morales.
David Jeffrey comes up and makes the stop. He was right on him all the way. As soon as he got the ball, he took him straight to the turf.
And Bryce, he's the freshman making the start tonight in place of Freddie Simmons. Freshman out of Manor, Texas. Second down and goal. They do have a running back there on this play. James Hoban. They fake it to the running back. Throw into the end zone. Great catch. Touchdown, Mustangs. Was it Morales again?
Yeah. And again, that was just a nice reaction by the receiver because he had to go way high to pull that one in and was able to do so. And so, again, best drive of the night for sure by Western New Mexico. We watch on the replay
Morales
here.
is only 5'8".
Yep. And he used 5'9" of his 5'8" to go up and get that one. And so he had to use every inch that he had and then some, was able to pull that one in.
So Western New Mexico on the board for the first time tonight. And they look at this extra point formation. They kind of see what the defense does. They're going to go for 2. Direct snap and in. Getting across the line was Morales. So 2 points added on for Western New Mexico, and it is 21-8. 5:34 to play before halftime. We'll take a timeout, come back with a kickoff right here from Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium.
Carpet World. Need more business? Choice Media is your local outdoor advertising solution, helping businesses grow since 1992. After 31 years of business, Choice Media has both static and digital billboards throughout Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma. Billboards are the best choice when trying to grow clientele or promoting brand awareness. Contact Choice Media, your local advertising company, at 806-352-6585 to speak with a billboard expert today. That's 806-352-6585.
It's got the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of, and now it's here. First Financial Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly, local approval. It's service that just comes naturally to us, much like a love of tradition comes naturally to you. First Financial Bank, you first. Member FDIC.
Well, almost a 7-minute drive. That was a 12-play, 76-yard drive for Western New Mexico. It's capped off with Hunter Davis' 4-yard pass to Davey Morales. And then the swinging gate on the 2-point try. Morales in the shotgun takes the snap and runs it in for 2. 21-8 is our score with 5:34 left to play here in the first half. So a nice offensive series for Western New Mexico as they are able to take that one in. And again, nice, probably the very best drive of the night for sure for Hunter Davis right now. 195 yards for the Buff, 118 yards for Western New Mexico. And again, 76 of it was on that particular drive.
Yeah, and we'll see, Bryce, if that drive by Western New Mexico, does a couple things. One, obviously rests the defense. But does that energize this defense, and maybe they get back out, because Western has had a hard time stopping the Buffaloes?
Yeah, they really have. And so, again, but you're right. 7 minutes on the sideline, that gives you plenty of time to recoup. What are we waiting on? There we go.
This kickoff, angled to the far side. Sweet will get his hands on it, though. Quickly across the 20. Tyler Sweet at the 30. Stiff arm and then hit hard at the end of a very good return. He's been a great return man for the Buffs this year, Tyler Sweet. On the kick returns, an average of 20 yards. And also punt return has a long this season of 41 yards. They really like him, the senior from Rialto, California.
A nice special teams play. Darian Postal, 6'3" receiver, able to come up on special teams and make the stop.
All right, we've seen Cannon Gibson tonight. We've also seen this young man here, number 9, Ashton DeBose, 6'2", 190-pound freshman. He's in at quarterback for the Buffs on first down. DeBose will run it to the right side, stays on his feet. Trying to get outside, is tackled on the far side after picking up good yardage. The corner out there, number 28 on the tackle, Isaiah Kelsey.
Yeah, you said earlier, too, Ashton he's a little slippery, and by that you just mean he has some really nice moves. And again, he's very patient. That's the one thing I've noticed. He's very patient in his run patterns, trying to look for an opening that he can kind of commit to and slide through quickly.
Just waiting to see that safety pop up, Bryce, and then him throw it down the field. Empty backfield. DeBose will run it straight ahead. Broke a tackle. Stays on his feet. Across the 45. Running upright. He's running out there, Bryce, like he's still back in San Antonio in high school. Just cool and calm, collected.
That's all Ashton DeBose right there on that one. I mean, he got good blocking up front, but he was just picking his lane that time and was able to get it down to make it 3rd and about 1.5.
Out of Brennan High School. And an impressive note, he was a varsity quarterback for 4 years. Came in his freshman year, about 3 or 4 games into the season, and started, so put up a lot of good numbers there in San Antonio. Here's his handoff to McCoy Gay, and he is dropped.
He's leveled,
Dropped for a loss of 2 Western New Mexico defensively shot through.
One thing about it, and you can't sleep on it, but the thing is when Cannon Gibson comes back in, that allows the defense not to worry about the quarterback. They're more worried about the running backs.
I think the Buffs, they almost got Western to jump again. Cannon Gibson throws this down the field, has a receiver, and he catches it down at the 10-yard line. That one's good to Chris Sims. They take their shot, and I thought there was movement on the defensive line again. It was 4th and about 4. Buffs go for the home run ball down the sideline. This is some good passes down the field.
It really is.
From
Cannon Gibson throws it where only his receiver can get it, and that was taken down at the 10-yard line. And so they'll mark it there first, and goal to go. A nice pitch and catch from Cannon Gibson.
First catch of the game for Chris Sims.
Yeah.
Sophomore from Arlington, his 7th catch this season. Hand off to McCoy Gay, and he runs into big number 0, Preston Helu, 6 foot, 225-pound linebacker. And now the referee is going to get in between Bogardus and one of the defensive backs for Western.
Yeah, the receivers actually and the DBs have kind of had this verbal battle going on for a little bit. It's the second time the officials have had to step in between. And so that time they came again on a linebacker blitz, and so McCoy Gay just ran where the linebacker wasn't.
2nd and goal for the Buffs. This time McCoy Gay bursts free into the end zone. Touchdown Buffaloes. No flags, as that one went right down the middle. And from McCoy Gay, gets into the end zone, 2nd touchdown this season for Run TMG.
Well, he's got to feel really good about that one, as he just got a good look at an open area to run through. Credit Patrick Gray, Frankie McFadden, as they just open up a big running lane for him to kind of go through and get in the end zone for the score.
All right, another extra point attempt here for Preston Gregg. He's been perfect tonight, 3 for 3. Now make it 4 for 4. Buffs get a touchdown run from Travion McCoy Gay. Here's the replay. Look how fast this opens up.
And again, left guard, center, right guard all push to the right side that time, and it's just a big opening for Travion McCoy Gay. That's really what he was doing.
Buffs lead it by 20. We're back right after this timeout.
If a roofing
headquarters and get helped, get fitted, and get your questions answered, and find out about our price matching online today.
Jenkins Doors and Windows began serving the Texas Panhandle in 1927, and we take pride in being a part of your neighborhood. We don't use false promises or gimmicks. We simply offer quality doors and windows at a fair price, and we stand behind every sale. Jenkins is family owned and operated, and proudly continues the traditions of quality and excellence that started over 80 years ago. Call us at 372-4336 or stop by our showroom at 820 West 6th and let our knowledgeable staff help you pick out the perfect doors and windows for your home.
Well, the Buffaloes go on a nice 6-play, 62-yard drive. 45 of that was a completed pass to Chris Sims. And then is Travion McCoy Gay taking it in from 8 yards out. The extra point is good. Buffs push the lead to 28-8. 24 left to play here in the first half. And you can see the fans in the stands, they're having fun.
And Bryce, in pregame we talked about it, the Buffs had not had a game this season where they had pushed the ball down the field vertically. They have been able to do that tonight against Western New Mexico.
Right, and I don't know if that's something that they thought when looking at tape they could take advantage of, or if it's something they've been working on so much they're getting more comfortable in this pattern and in this offense for WT.
Mustangs will watch this ball. Actually, they better get on it. It did not go into the back of the end zone. It fumbled around, still loose down at the 2-yard line. And I think the Buffaloes have recovered it. A disaster of a play. Special teams for Western New Mexico did not cover the kickoff. The headline's been already pointing. It's West Texas A&M football, and we'll see who comes out at the bottom of the pile. And no surprise, Bryce, it's number 42.
Our X-Factor player of the game,
Cade Cox.
Cade Cox comes through and covers that one up. And again, the receiver, he thinks it's going to the end zone, but it bounces behind him and bounces back. And so, again, he's going to try to find the handle, can't find it, and then just a loose scrum for the football. Cade Cox comes away with it, scoops it up. Buffs, great field position, great special teams play. And so, again, we talk about all facets of the game.
West Texas, first time out of the half.
That's really a good timeout, too, because just get everybody calm down. And let's get the right series out there.
All right, we'll come back. Buffs have first and goal from the 3-yard line right after this timeout from Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium.
I wanted to go into engineering because it's a combination between
We going, and how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford and I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck, the built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
Fans getting very excited there. Bryce, I think we just saw a baby toss.
We did. There was legal? A baby. Well, apparently it is.
Okay.
And the dad was doing a good job. He was able to catch, so that's all you really need.
All right, Ashton DeBose is in at quarterback, empty backfield for the Buffaloes after they get the recovery on a kickoff. DeBose up the middle, tries to sneak in. No signal yet. Well, now it's in the end zone, and now it's loose, and Western New Mexico is saying that they have the football.
Well, there's flags all over the place.
All right, I feel like there's
a scrum going on in all forms out there.
All of a sudden we have a WWE match going on, Bryce.
So let's see if they can sort this one out. He got stopped right at the goal line. The question was, did he get the ball across before he lost possession of the football? So that's what the officials... And of course, the Buffs are signaling it's a touchdown. Officials are getting together, which they should do and are doing, to make sure that everybody's on the same page as they talk this one out. But go back to what you talked about a little bit earlier. The receivers and the defensive backs kind of in their own little world of war of words out there. And that's been escalating progressively here in this half. Noah Bogardus in particular.
Yeah. The ruling on the field is that the runner fumbled the ball prior to the goal line. Therefore, it's a touchback. First down, Western New Mexico.
Wow. And so, again, you saw him go at an angle, and you didn't know if he got the ball over or not. And so, and now the head coach is going, Josh Lynn's going to go out there
after
and get
the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Western New Mexico. That penalty will be assessed half the distance to the goal. First down, Western New Mexico.
And I think I wonder if he's asking for a replay on this.
Okay.
Again, he knows the replay system. And so I think he's possibly asking why there can't be a replay on this.
The good news, if there is a replay, Bryce, is that we're already down on this side of the field, so the official doesn't have to go very far to go check out the monitor.
And he knows the rules of what he can ask for.
Okay.
And so I think that's what the discussion is right now. And maybe the official is saying that is not reviewable because he did not get in the end zone, according to the officials on the field. And that may be what they're saying. Let's see.
The previous play is under review.
Okay. So there you go. And that's what I'm talking about. Josh Lynn used the replay system last year, so he knows the rules.
At Nebraska Kearney.
So he went out and asked for a replay to see what it looked like. And so, again, the officials will go over. Now, this may not change anything because of their view is a little different than what the view is. And we watch on the replay here as he takes it in. You see, he doesn't get –
I didn't think he got
I don't think
Bryce.
He got across. I think he tried to reach, and the ball got knocked loose, and that's where in the scrum there was a scramble for the ball, and I think that's what they're going to say, that really the ruling on the field is going to stand, And so it will be Western New Mexico's ball with 2:12 left to play here in the first half, 28-8. Buffaloes with the lead. But that is the one thing about it. Josh Lynn knows, because he got to use it last year, so he knows what he can or cannot challenge, or he knows what he can ask for a review, and so that's what they're doing.
Right now, clock stop with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. Buffs 260 yards of offense. Western New Mexico 118. Here's one more look at so at the end of the play, that's where it's just a scrum, and then here's up at the top, Bryce, the receiver and the defensive back.
You see the receivers there, and then at the other side, you see a lineman push a down lineman back.
This is where we need our John Madden telestrator there, right?
Exactly.
So you can start drawing on the screen. Meanwhile, the fans, the students are just going to start swaying and dancing.
Yeah, having some fun. Again, homecoming tonight. Buffaloes lead at 28-8. And really, if they don't get in on this play, it's not detrimental.
Well, now the defense gets to pin their ears back because Western New Mexico is going to be on their side of the
field.
Deep
in their end of the field, absolutely.
Buffaloes.
This is a longer review than I thought it would be. So,
looking at the schedule, Bryce, next week they make the trip to Central Washington, which Central Washington up at the top of the standings right now in the Lone Star Conference coming into this weekend. And then October 28th, the final home game of the season will be back here against Angelo State.
Yeah. That'll be a really good ball game.
It will be.
And the thing is, go back to what you just said, 260 yards in the first half. Offense is beginning to go just a little bit, and so hopefully they can continue to carry that on.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. The runner lost the ball prior to the goal.
Okay.
First down, Western New Mexico.
So now they got to mark off the penalty.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Western New Mexico. Half the distance of the goal, first down.
Should be at the 10-yard line, right?
Right. So they will mark this one off. And that goes.
West Texas A&M is charged with a timeout.
Again, because they asked for the review, and it was not overturned, so that cost you a timeout. So that's a good timeout to lose for WT.
Yeah, take the chance to make sure that it was right, because it could have been a touchdown. Instead, Western New Mexico football. Davis will throw to the running back, Hoban at the 10-yard line. Run out of bounds. Nice play defensively over on that far sideline for the Buffaloes. That was number 37, Lefford Calder Jr., the freshman from Bushland.
A lot of freshmen getting in this one tonight because of injuries. Both teams are trying to fight through injuries in this one. Only about a 4-yard pickup on that pass completion.
Timeouts remaining. Western New Mexico still has all three. Buffalo's just one timeout. We're under 2 minutes left in the half. Pass on the outside dropped. That's one of the first drops that we've seen tonight from this sure-handed Western New Mexico receiving corps. Deuce Zimmerman, the intended receiver, and just didn't get his head turned quickly.
No, he really didn't. I think he heard footsteps coming that time, too, as coming up for WT defensively was Charles Henderson, the junior DB.
Well, a good thing for the Buffs, Bryce, they don't have to use that timeout. The clock stops, 1:41. It's third down now. If you get a stop, you're going to get the football back.
Right.
Empty backfield for the quarterback, Hunter Davis, on 3rd down and 6. Quarterback run. Nope, we got a penalty marker.
And there was movement on the line that time, and that's why the official stepped in. That play was going nowhere. They can decline
Ball
this.
start, offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And so they threw the penalty before the play developed.
Right.
And so that's why the Buffs had made a stop, and had they went ahead and allowed them to continue on, then the Buffs would have declined the penalty.
So 3rd down and 11 now. Ball back to the 9-yard line for Western New Mexico, trailing by 20 points. But right now they're just thinking about picking up a first down. Davis takes his drop. Throw across the middle, and it's a catch for a first down. He found one of his favorite targets again, Davey Morales.
Well, Davey just a nice up and in that time. Gave his numbers to the quarterback, showed him a good place to throw the football, and he was able to complete it.
Now the Mustangs hurry up. Throw to the outside. Morales hangs. Nope, he did not hang on. Is the official saying he caught it and then stepped out of bounds? I thought the ball popped loose, but they'll rule it as a. Okay, they did say
it was
incomplete.
Yeah, he said, and I'm confused too because I thought he said incomplete and then he marked where he went out of bounds. So that was confusing.
No, they marked the football up. They did give him a 2-yard gain. So
it was confusing.
Pass across the middle, incomplete, dangerous throw. Kobe King
was in the pattern.
Yeah, he was the closest target there, and he was the defender for the Buffaloes. So it stops the clock, 1:14 to play, second quarter. And really, that's the first errant throw in a while that we've seen from Davis. He's kind of settled in. In this half, Hunter Davis, 10 for 15 passing, 97 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions. Cannon Gibson, though, 9 for 10, 165 and 2 touchdowns. Quarterback run. Davis across the left side. Fumbled the ball. He got hit by Harrison at the end of the play. The ball was fumbled.
I think a lineman jumped on it for Western New Mexico.
You know, you keep running if you're Hunter Davis, and he's courageous, but 185
West
pounds,
Texas
and eventually
A&M. Third and final timeout of the half.
one of these linebackers is going to pop you, and that's what happened there.
Well, yeah, and again, that was one where kind of loosely carried the football.
Please put 1:02 on the clock.
All right, we'll take a timeout,
1:02.
come back. Western New Mexico will have a fourth and short when we come back right after this.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger's Sweet and Spicy Bacon Burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
I wouldn't advise it. Stay on that. Oh, that was a good shot. It had Bucky. That's all right.
Welcome back to Bain Schaefer Stadium, First United Bank.
I just saw some Rangers hats in the stands there.
Hey, you asked me that question earlier.
Yes.
I mean, the Rangers are hot right now, but Houston has had their number all year.
Yeah, 7 straight for Houston.
Yeah, so I don't.
ALCS.
The thing I do know is a team from Texas will be in the World Series.
That's right. Kent Johnson's a big Rangers fan. I know
yes,
that.
he is.
Okay, Western New Mexico, they're going to appear to go for it here. It's a dangerous call, 4th and 1 from their own 33-yard line.
They only need a yard.
That is true, but the Buffs, if the Buffs can get a stop, they're in business.
Oh, they got him jumping. Yep.
Free play. Davis will throw it down the far sideline up for grabs. It's incomplete, but they got the Buffs to jump off sides, I believe.
No, they did, for sure. Defensive end on the near side trying to get something going.
Offside, defense, number 91, 5-yard penalty. That results in a first down.
That was tough for Goo. 265 pounds, just got rocking a little bit forward and couldn't get it back.
Yeah. So just trying to make the anticipation of when to go. Comes over to the sideline, explains why he was offside to Josh Lynn. And so quick snap here.
Here's Davis, and just has to run for as much as he can get. Slides down across the 40 up to the 42-yard line.
I think timeout taken by Western New Mexico.
Last one. You want to keep it here, Bryce. Right now our score 28-8. West Texas A&M, an impressive first half. Western trying to fight back again. The storyline for the Mustangs, they're without their quarterback, Devin
Western
Larson,
New Mexico,
who on the season nearly 1,800 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, also a pretty good runner as well. And so Hunter Davis has settled in. He's done some good things, but it's been tough because they had such a slow start.
Well, and again, why we were so confused is Devin Larson was out there warming up. He was out there taking snaps. He was out there with the first-team offense. Couldn't tell there was anything wrong. Obviously, though, you talked to head coach Billy Hickman before the game. He said they're just dealing with a lot of injuries, so they were trying to see. He obviously was a game-time decision. They made the decision not to go in today's game. hold them out because they're going into a bye week. So that'll give them 2 weeks of rest.
Yeah, Corin Davis had texted up and said she saw Larson down there but was not suited out. He's on the bench over there with the Mustangs, but he is not going to be able to play tonight, obviously. All right, 2nd down and short. Western New Mexico, no more timeouts. Throw across the middle, caught, and the receiver escapes at the 20-yard line, racing down and going all the way for a touchdown. That one's going to go 53 yards into the end zone to Jeremiah Hartfield. That's one where you got to make the tackle because no one was behind the receiver.
Well, Kobe King, I think, went for the interception on that one and then just got tripped up. And so in doing so, that left an open area for the receiver to take off and go, and he did just that.
That is a huge, huge score there for Western New Mexico before halftime. They leave that, used to call that the swinging gate play. That's a penalty marker flies. You got to be careful when you have that set because you start shifting and moving and a lot of bad things can happen. But what they do is they come out, they see what how the defense aligns, and you can either go for 2 or you can move everybody over and then kick the extra point. The first time Western New Mexico scored, they were able to score in from Davey Morales just running it across the goal line, but this time there's a penalty.
Offside, defense. Half the distance of the goal.
Oh.
Replay the try.
I said bad things could happen. Bad things can happen from the defensive side as well.
Well, we talked about that in the pregame, too. Special teams, we've seen a lot of good things, like we just saw a fumble recovery a little bit ago. But we've seen some bad things, too, and that's just a good example.
They'll kick the extra point. The kick is up, and Bobbick is able to get it through. So Western New Mexico, a huge play right before halftime. 28-15 is the score now. Mustangs trail by 13 points. We'll come back with a kickoff right after this timeout.
1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
Welcome back to First United Bank Field, Bay Schaefer Stadium, as Western New Mexico goes on a short drive. They complete a pass from Hunter Davis, Jeremiah Hartfield for 53 yards. Try for the extra point is good. And with 38 seconds left to play in the first half, 28-15 now our score.
Yeah, Bryce, these receivers really heating up. Hartfield, 5 catches, 92 yards, and then that touchdown, 63 yak yards there. Davey Morales, 3 catches, 27 yards, and a touchdown. Flores has caught a couple, and they're starting to get some confidence for the backup quarterback, Hunter Davis.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, again, getting their offense in sync, and so that's one of the concerns with this passing game. We didn't have a nickel package in, I don't think, that time, and so again, they got got a receiver on a linebacker and were able to make him pay.
The kickoff here for the Mustangs. A good one that Sweet makes the fair catch on. Buffs still have 38 seconds. They have no timeouts. I think if you're Josh Lynn, probably run it a few times and then head to the locker room up by double digits.
Yeah, no, that's what I would do. Well, that's what I would do, but I'm not a head coach by any stretch of the imagination. And so, but I think the way the offense has played in this first half, you had a miscue down here offensively, fumbled it at the goal line, and so if not, the Buffs would be up, 7 more on top of what they are right now. And so, again, you like the direction the offense has had in the first half. So maybe take a knee and go in and regroup and get set for the second half.
Cannon Gibson, the quarterback, out of the gun with Smallwood set to his left. They'll throw it. Tipton catches it at the 30 and is hit hard. Good sure tackle for the Mustangs made by Chase Perkins. Clock running, 25 seconds. Buffs are just going to walk off. Don't have to take another snap, and they will not. They'll start walking toward the locker room.
Camera! And we will go down to now. Wait, let's see, because
the officials are still standing over the ball. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Kind of an odd ending there. But that is how the first half is going to end. Kent Johnson getting down there to get set up for his halftime interview with head coach Josh Lynn.
And again, should be happy with the offense, 265 yards in that first half. But again, the last drive kind of thwarted with a fumble at the goal line. Freshman quarterback just getting in for his first action, just lost the handle on the ball. And so again, as Josh Lynn makes his way down to talk with head coach Kent Johnson.
Yeah, mostly a lot of good things in this first half.
So let's head down to the sideline. Kent is standing by with Josh Lynn. Kent?
Heading into the halftime locker room, we're visiting with WT head coach Josh Lynn, and I know the last drive by Western kind of took some of the momentum away, but your team playing with some confidence tonight.
No, we have, and the bottom line is penalties. I mean, it's killing us. All right, we're moving the ball offensively, and we're playing good defense. We can't get out of our own way right now. We've got to get that cleaned up.
You mentioned offense, the Wildcat play, throwing a little quirk into things, but also you got some vertical passes working tonight.
Vertical passes. I mean, he's throwing the ball well. I'm pleased with the offensive execution. We just got, once again, we got to clean up our mental mistakes.
Well, we'll let you get up to the locker room. Good luck second half. That's Josh Lynn. Let's take it back upstairs to Lucas and Bryce.
All right, Kent, thanks very much. 28-15 our score here at the half. WT, again, really got some things going offensively. As Josh Lynn just talked about, it's the penalties that he's concerned about. The miscues really more than anything else. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout. We'll do so. We'll come back with our halftime festivities. But first, this break on Lone Star Digital Network and News Channel 10.
West is the comprehensive fundraising campaign designed to fuel WT 125 from the Panhandle to the world. We will strengthen WT's impact for the Panhandle region and beyond through a historic, comprehensive campaign, raising $125 million by 2025. The campaign's 3 priorities: people, programs, and places. Now is the time to make a difference for current and future generations. One West.
Field, the 2023 class of WT's distinguished alumni. It is our privilege to honor outstanding alumni whose personal accomplishments and professional achievements are a source of great pride for WT. A distinguished alumni is recognized for their success and committed for long careers as ambassadors of an exceptional education experience. Please give a round of applause to the 2023 class of distinguished alumni. Gary Barnes. On the video screen is Bill Simmelbeck. Sadly, before being honored, Bill passed away. Let's honor the legacy of Gary Barnes and Bill Simmelbeck by giving one more round of applause for these outstanding WT alumni.
Formed in 1981, the heavy metal band Metallica quickly became known for their signature fast tempos, instrumentals, and aggressive musicianship. The WT Marching Band begins tonight's program with The Unforgiven, Hit the Lights, Seek and Destroy, Lux Eterna, Wherever I May Roam, Fade to Black, Enter Sandman, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Creeping Death, and Master of Puppets. Directed by drum majors Tobin Brooks, Aaron Hines, and Dylan Martin, and assisted by conductors Spencer Owens, Jack Montgomery, and Seth Meeson, The Sound of West Texas invites you to sit back and relax, get your popcorn and snacks as you enjoy our 2023 WT Marching Band production of Metal.
The votes are in for the homecoming parade floats. We have 2 categories, the People's Choice and the Judges' Vote. The 3 finalists for the People's Choice winners are, in 3rd place, we have Delta Zeta and Phi Delta Theta. In 2nd place, we have Chi Omega and Alpha Gamma Rho. And in 1st place for People's Choice, we have Students Assisting in Good Endeavors, or SAGE. And now it's time to announce the 3 finalists for the Judges' Vote category. In 3rd place, we have Zeta Tau Alpha and Kappa Alpha. In 2nd place, we have Chi Omega and Alpha Gamma Rho. And in 1st place, for People's Choice, we have Students Assisting in Good Endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to present the Homecoming King and Queen finalists. Each finalist was nominated by a student organization. Escorting the finalists are Zaina Juma, Vice President of the Student Body, and Chloe Barham, Chief Justice of the Student Body. And now it is my honor to present to you the finalists of the 2023 Homecoming King and Queen. Our first Homecoming King finalist is Filiberto Avila. Filiberto is a senior digital communication and media major from Spearman, Texas. Philly is the student body president as well as a member of the Hispanic Student Association. Filiberto was nominated by the Student Government Association and escorted by his mother, Dolores Chacon. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Filiberto Avila. Our first Homecoming Queen finalist is Micah Bailey. Micah is a junior public relations major from Abernathy, Texas. Micah serves as a community advisor for Jarrett Hall. Micah was nominated by the Bus for Christ and is escorted by her brother, Kai Bailey. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Micaiah Bailey. Correction, Micah Bailey. Our second homecoming finalist is Amon Ferdinand. Amon is a sophomore dance major from Amarillo, Texas. Amon is currently a member of the Spirit Squad and as well as a member of the Spirit Squad choreographer. Amon was nominated by the Spirit Squad and is escorted by his friends Lorelli Stager and Kaylee De La Cruz. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Amon Ferdinand. Our second homecoming queen finalist is Riley Finley. Riley is a junior ag media and communications major from Amarillo, Texas. Riley is the vice president of SAGE, the Students Assisting in Good Endeavors, and is a vital member of the orientation team. Riley was nominated by SAGE and is escorted by her friend Dathan McGrath. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Riley Finley. Our final homecoming king finalist is Caleb Frick. Caleb is a senior ag media and communications major from Canyon, Texas. Caleb is active in SAGE, serving as the chaplain. Caleb was nominated by SAGE and is escorted by his mother, Wendy Frick. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Caleb Frick. Our final homecoming queen finalist is Brandy Green. Brandy is a senior nursing major from Floydada, Texas. Brandy is an active and spirited participant of the Maroon Platoon. Brandy was nominated by the Maroon Platoon and is escorted by her campus pastor, Mikey Littow. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Brandy Green. These are your 2023 West Texas A&M University Homecoming Court finalists. Recognizing the Homecoming Court this year is the president of West Texas A&M University, Dr. Watler Wendler. And now your 2023 Homecoming King, Mr. Amon Ferdinand. And now the 2023 Homecoming Queen, Miss Riley Finley. Congratulations to all the men and women who are nominated for this outstanding honor, and thank you to everyone who voted in this year's election.
Welcome to Shimon Dental Group, where every day we're excited to see our patients and treat them like family. We are dedicated to providing you with the highest quality care in a friendly and comfortable environment. Shimon Dental Group's patient-focused philosophy puts your needs front and center.
We are constantly investing in leading-edge technology. Innovations that speed the treatment process and improve aesthetics. We're expanding the breadth of our cosmetic and restorative services through training to provide the best possible outcomes.
Just with the level of commitment that they show to taking care of my family and I, it's absolutely unmatched in this town, so I've been very happy with them.
Brightening smiles for more than 3 decades.
Contact Shimon Dental Group for your appointment today.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you.
Contact Jeff Gilbert for your personal price plan today.
Illegal and could lead to legal action. If a roofing company offers to replace your roof, if a roofing company offers to replace your roof and cover your insurance deductible, you need to think twice. Texas law says that this is illegal and could lead to legal action for the contractor and the customer.
Price Roofing has spent the last 45 years building trust with our customers, and we believe in great service at great prices.
Fans, turn your attention to the video board and see if you can guess who will win the Street Auto Group Car Race. Racing, we have Coach Josh Lynn, President Walter Windler, and Bucky.
Welcome back to Bain Schaefer Stadium. Buffalo's lead at the half, 28-15, and Kent Johnson joins me here in the booth, and we look at our first half statistics. And Kent, Buffalo's offensively have moved well. Miscues, that's what Coach Lynn talked about with you at the half, and then, of course, just that missed opportunity to score a touchdown at the late.
Well, they've compiled 265 yards total offense, which is good. We've seen some vertical pass plays, which is good. The fumble into the end zone. Score at the half should be 35-7 right now, but the fumble gave Western New Mexico life, and then Coach Lynn talked about the penalties.
Hey, fans, on behalf of WT Athletics and Great Clips, we would like to thank each and every one of you for attending tonight's homecoming game. As a thank you, Great Clips is offering everyone in Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium
265 total yards,
a $5.99 haircut
in that first half to the 208 yards that Western New Mexico has run. And the thing is, Western Mexico got all that in the last 2 series.
Yeah, Hunter Davis did a great job keeping plays alive, finding receivers. You know, he's their leading rusher right now with 46 yards. I look at the Buffs offense, and Cannon Gibson's there 9 of 10 passing for 165. You know, he's thrown a completion of 45, 1 of 32, 1 of 30 yards. So you can't knock the Buffs offense to this point, and the defense has played well too.
It's just been a couple of penalties on defense that kept drives alive, and then some breakdowns defensively.
You can't take away the plays that have resulted in 28-15 being the score, but like I say, it can so easily be 35-7. It's important for the Buffs to come out and play with the same intensity they did in the first half.
Yeah, I think that's the big key. They've got to come out and continue to hold that. They get the ball to start the second half, and so they defer to the second half, and so again, they get the ball to start the second half, and so get the offense out there, get them back in a rhythm once again. Again, when we look at our first half stats, the Buffalo's time of possession was about even for both teams. For fourth down conversions, though, 2-2 for the Buffaloes. That's been a big difference in this one as well. All right, time now to head down to the field. Corin Davis is standing by with Western New Mexico's head coach. Let's head down and go to Corin Davis. Corin?
Coach, you guys had a big fumble recovery at the end of the first half. What did that do for the Mustangs from a momentum standpoint?
Oh, it was huge. I mean, the game turned on its head. It could have been 35-8, and then turn it around and put together a good drive, and all of a sudden we're 2 possessions down. So, big deal.
Hunter Davis has stepped in tonight in place of Devin Larson. How do you feel he has performed so far?
Hunter's done great. He's just got to continue to lead the other 10 players on the field and take care of the football, and he's been doing a great job of that.
What do the Mustangs need to do in the second half to walk away with the win?
1 play at a time. Our goal is to win the third quarter, and that starts with kickoff.
Awesome, Coach. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Back to you guys.
All right, Corin, thanks very much. And again, a little coach speak in that one too, 1 play at a time. But nevertheless, he's right. That fumble recovery was big. They were able to capitalize and then turn it into a touchdown for them.
Well, the Buffs have only had 1 turnover. Unfortunately, that 1 turnover came in the end zone as they potentially could have scored their 35th point. But limit turnovers in the second half. Defense flighted the football like they've been doing. I mean, they've let a couple big plays get by, and that's kept Western New Mexico in the game. But I think overall you got to be happy with the way WT has played the first half.
All right, our score here at the half, Buffaloes lead this one 28-15, and we want to...
I think we have some LSC scores.
Okay, let's go through some LSC scores as we take a look at what's going on around the LSC. Look at... there's some Midwestern leading Central Washington 7-3. Angelo over at Kingsville 14-6. Again, that's for kind of the top spot along with Central Washington. And, of course, Eastern trailing UT Permian Basin. But is there another team that's surprised you maybe more than UTPB this year?
I know, Bryce, the Falcons. I mean, a lot. They've got the talent. The first-year head coach, Chris McCullough, has just done an outstanding job there for UT Permian Basin. I'm keeping my eye down here on this Midwestern state,
right?
Central Washington. Just when we saw Midwestern early in the season when things were just not going well for them. They didn't have a good offensive game at all here against the Buffs. Just got shut out. But you can never doubt Bill Maskell.
No.
The veteran coach and a great coaching staff they have there. So they obviously have found their footing, and they're playing some good defense, and they're at home tonight. And for Central Washington, again, they're at the top of the standings there with UT Permian Basin.
Right.
That's a big second half coming up there.
No, it really definitely is. And, again, you're right. You can't underestimate what Coach Maskell can do in a contest. And so, again, that will come into play in this one as well as we look at the LSC. Really, right now, for the Buffs, what they've got to do is take care of their own business. And tonight they got to come out, get ready to go. Of course, you heard their head coach, Billy Haskell, talking of the fact that, we've got to come out, and the turnover is a big momentum shift for us, and they were able to take advantage of it because when they got it at the 10-yard line, they were able to get a rough breakdown defensively, and the Buffs allowed a score to occur to cut that lead to 28-15.
I think for Coach Hickman, Bryce, right now the offense, they're feeling more comfortable. It's going to come down to that Western New Mexico defense. That they're going to have to get off the field. They're going to have to get stops to get their offense more possessions. They have struggled, surprisingly, more so with the pass against WT in the first half than they have the run, and that's gotten them behind. But again, a lot of those plays have been that long pass down the field that the Buffs have been able to connect on.
Well, and that's been the big thing, too, is they haven't been consistent, but when they've hit, they have been for big plays, and they've been able to capitalize on that.
So the Buffs get the ball to start this second half, and for WT, obviously just that 1 turnover. Otherwise, they would have probably more points on the board. But we like what we have seen.
Well, we like especially what we've seen offensively so far. And again, a good mix with the run and pass for the Buffaloes here in the first half so far. Again, 95 yards on the ground, 770 through the air. And so that's been a different offensive set that we've seen for WT. I guess there was a penalty.
Yeah, they've got the football back at the 20-yard line is where Western New Mexico is kicking off from.
Right, so I don't know what the penalty was. It was before the half or right at the half, I guess.
I remember the Buffs, basically they had the football and then walked off the field to head to the locker room, did not have to take that last snap, so this could come up big here. The Buffs will return this. Tyree Tipton from his own 30-yard line. Tipton weaves through traffic and is nearly to midfield. So great field position for the Buffs offense to start the first drive of the second half.
Well, again, Cannon Gibson has played well in this one tonight so far in the first half. As Kent kind of alluded to, Cannon through the air, 9 of 10. He's only missed one opportunity, 165 yards. His long has been that 45 reception that got down to the 10-yard line, and the Buffs were able to go in and score after that. And so, again, also got to see the freshman who just got his jersey this week. Of course, that is Ashton DuBose, and he's played well as well.
Travion McCoy-Gay on the first play from scrimmage. It's a run and a good one over the right side, but
flag comes flying
immediately.
Yeah, that's going to be a holding penalty, and that's going to bring this one back. And that's going to be against the offensive line, and that's the one thing that the Buffaloes don't want to have happen.
Holding offense, number 57, 10-yard penalty, first down.
You want the offensive line to come out with a sense of urgency and attack right away. And again, you don't want silly penalties such as that one that occurred. And they're just continuing to mark this one back. And so they mark it back at the 39-yard line. So they're saying that hold was behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch for Shaq Brown. He's the receiver in the slot to the near side. This is a screen pass to McCoy-Gay. Cuts back inside, picks up a block, makes a couple of men miss.
Another flag late. That's going to might be a holding penalty on Shaq Brown.
The officials throwing flags to start the second half like they were throwing candy earlier at the parade, Bryce.
That is crazy. I mean, the first two plays they've thrown flags on, so they're obviously looking for something here as the Buffs will mark back
offense,
again.
Number 6, 10-yard penalty from the spot of foul, first down.
And again, it was kind of a pancake block, but Shaq stayed on him, kind of held him, and that's where the miscue came about. And so, again, they'll mark this one back, and we go in the wrong direction for the offense.
For the Buffaloes, not what Chase Kaiser, the offensive coordinator, drew up to start this first drive. Buffs backed up, first down still, though. Gibson steps up, and he's going to run. Slides down short of the 40-yard line. They mark him down at the 38.
So just saw an open lane to run to, and now they keep moving it back a little bit. Now they move it inside the 38. Of course, it's where you start the slide. That's where they're trying to mark it from.
Buffs have on this first drive David Williams back in at center. Gibson takes his drop, looks downfield, plenty of time, and gets it complete up the field to Kenneth Redd Jr. as he catches it at the 45-yard line. Yes. I don't know if we can get through a play without a flag here to start this second half.
Where that flag comes, that would look like that's defensive holding, but we'll wait and see.
Sideline warning, West Texas A&M. First warning.
Okay. Again, we still have yet to find out. I got to ask Coach Lane, who's the get-back coach this year?
Yeah, there is not a get-back coach.
Okay.
That's the issue. He's going to go down there and chew on the official that threw the flag.
It's a nice pickup. It's still not enough for the first down. You got to get to the 41-yard line, so they're looking at 3rd down and 3 here. The Buffs are. Gibson throws it quickly. Catch made, and that's enough to move the sticks.
Nice catch, nice reception as Kenneth Redd Jr. comes up with that one. Got thrown down, but held on to the football and moves the sticks. So nice job of keeping the drive alive.
And the player that made the tackle is yet to get up for Western New Mexico, Chase Perkins.
Timeout for an injured player.
They take
Officials
the
timeout.
Injury timeout. Let's step aside real quick. Buffs get the first down. We're back with more from Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium after these messages.
Where are we going, and how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford on I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck, the built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
It really is about the customer service. Carpet World Canyon has something to meet all of your flooring needs. They have everything that people want, but beyond that, it really is about the customer
Buffs will work out of the gun here on first down. Hand off to McCoy-Gay over the left side, weaving through traffic. He's going to push the pile forward a gain about 7 yards. Tough run from Travion McCoy-Gay after the Buffs picked up that first down.
I would recommend Carpet World
Canyon to the sticks. A good run from TMG, and it is second down and short.
Again, off the left side of the line that time. Just found an opening, slid through it, and then you kind of got what they call in the NFL the tush push a little bit. And right now you get behind the running back, and everybody tries to push forward.
As Dallas Cowboys fans, we've seen enough of that already this year, Bryce. The brotherly shove. Here's a handoff over the left side. Travion McCoy-Gay, another good run, another good job of blocking up front from that offensive line. Got enough to move the sticks. And in terms of the Buffs, our first key and our keys to the game was we need to see this run game get back on track. They've done that.
And they really have tonight, yes.
McCoy-Gay puts his nose into the pile and gets down to the 23.
He finds Joe Taasi, the big left guard, and just follows him wherever he was going. Joe, of course, 6 feet, 300 pounds from Melbourne, Australia.
Second down and short here, trying to get Mustangs to move.
And there's a flag on the far side.
Someone moved.
False start, offense, 0. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Yeah, and, Coach Lynn upset. Bryce, you have these procedure penalties and things like that. Unacceptable when you talk about coming from the wide receivers. I mean, those guys, you got to have your head turned inside, watch the football, and don't take off till the football moves.
Yeah, Tyree Tipton got called for that one. He's looking at the official, questioning the call, but nevertheless, the official on the far side is the one that threw the flag. Probably got some assistance.
Second down and 9 now for WT. Play action, and it's caught. I was almost intercepted, and Shaq Brown hangs on to it. After two Western New Mexico players jump the play. Strong hands from Shaq Brown.
Yeah, I don't even know how that got through, but again,
look what I found.
Watching the replay here as this is kind of a seeing eye single that goes through right here through two defenders, and then Shaq has it, tucks it up, and takes it to the 14-yard line.
And those are hard to catch because your eyes are on the football, and all of a sudden you got a defender.
Interference, yes, absolutely.
Nice catch from Shaq. First and 10 Buffs. Back on the ground with McCoy-Gay and hit immediately. Shooting through number 95 defensively. That is Previn Lloyd. Mentioned his name a few times tonight. The redshirt freshman out of Avondale, Arizona. A lot of players on the roster for Western New Mexico, Bryce, from Arizona.
Yeah, they're right on the border, not very far from the border with Arizona. So that's a nice hotbed of recruiting for Western New Mexico.
Running play to the right. McCoy-Gay is in again. Wow. Another touchdown for Travion McCoy-Gay.
Patrick Gay, they pulled him out. He was a pulling guard. He went out on the right side. He was just looking for somebody to hit, and McCoy-Gay goes right behind him and just follows him all the way in the end zone. Nice run for McCoy-Gay to get in and score and get 6 more on the scoreboard for the Buffaloes.
That brings his rushing totals up to now 67 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns for Run TMG. The extra point attempt off the right leg of Preston Gregg. And it is good. West Texas A&M strikes first, 35-15 to score, 9:54 to play. And again, this one, Bryce, easy. like Sunday morning.
Yeah, nice run behind the guard, and in you go for the score.
We're back after this timeout here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network and News Channel 10.
This is gonna be tough. I mean, that's a bag full of Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwiches with tangy buffalo sauce and creamy buttermilk ranch, melty Monterey Jack cheese, and 3 crunchy chicken strips. How long will you have to wait before you enjoy yours? Oh, about that long. Whataburger's Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich is back for a limited time, just like you like it.
Well, the Buffaloes go on a 10-play, 51-yard drive after taking the opening kickoff from the 49. They take it in as Travion McCoy-Gay takes it in from 13 yards out. The extra point is good. The Buffs lead 35-15.
And that time, Western New Mexico did make sure, Bryce, they turned all the way around and made sure that that kick go way out of the back of the end zone.
Cade Cox was licking his lips, waiting to get down there just to see. Nobody was paying attention. So again, Hunter Davis out, brings the offense. Again, Devin Larson, we thought would start tonight. He is their veteran starting quarterback. He warmed up, but wasn't ready to go. He was a game-time decision.
See if the Mustangs can stay hot offensively. They ended the half with some good offense. Pass thrown complete on the outside. Catch made by number 35, Davey Morales.
And so Morales, he's kind of late to get out, and he was wide open because nobody really followed him, and so Morales able to pull that one in for about a 4-yard gain.
Preston Stajewski on the tackle for the Buffs. Again, the secondary missing 2 safeties tonight. Out with injury, Freddie Simmons and also Gage Smith. Handoff over the right side this time. Kobe King able to come in and make the tackle against James Hoban. The rushing stats, Bryce, all really tonight have been with the quarterback, Hunter Davis, taking off and running.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher in this one tonight. And again, a couple of plays that have broken down. He has 46 yards in the first half. He is their leading rusher. James Hobson has 14 on 6 carries tonight.
Third down and short. Changing the play up at the line is Hunter Davis. He'll hand it off. They tried the left side. It's going to be close.
JT Cavender said, no, sir. You are not going to get through here. He put a wall up at the 45, thought he knocked him back, but they went ahead and said he got there, able to push it to the 45, and that'll give him the first down.
So just enough from that push up front offensively. The Mustangs offensive line, the center, William Urbina, the 6'3", 300-pound freshman. They have 3 freshmen starting on the offensive line. That time it did not work. Harrison up there to get in front of the running back. First his 7th tackle of the game.
You're right. I mean, they've got the center, who's a freshman, the right guard, and the right tackle, all freshmen. Then they have a sophomore left tackle, and Hector Velasconzo, the junior at the left guard, is the more experienced of all the starters out there for Western New Mexico.
And right now they have number 76 in Wrangler Williams. He's also a freshman out of Florence, Arizona. Getting some experience tonight. Pass thrown, caught on the outside again. It's Davey Morales.
He's kind of been the guy now that I think
safety
Hunter
valve.
Davis feels comfortable with as his safety. Not really a tight end, but they use him kind of in that position. Again, he's 5'8", 175. Kind of more of a spark plug more than anything else, and he's a relief valve that's out there.
Another third down and short here for Western New Mexico. And I like to hear that maroon platoon crowd behind the Mustang bench making noise. Quarterback
Oh, and there's a penalty.
Yeah, the receivers weren't set for Western New Mexico. One of them took off too soon.
False start, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
They had trips set to the right, and 3 of them out there. Again, we've seen it a couple of times from both teams tonight, these wide receivers.
Yeah, just trying to get a quick start, trying to get going, and then one of them starts a little earlier than the other. And so, which is kind of unusual considering the fact that, we talk about their line being very young. Their receivers are veteran receivers for the most part.
So instead of 3rd down and 4, it's 3rd down and 9. Davis takes his drop, quick throw outside, one-handed catch, but J.T. Cavender all over the running back Hoban after he made the catch for a loss on the play, loss of 4 yards.
J.T., just that sixth sense, he knew where the play was going to be. Watch him. You can see him. He just broke to the ball immediately. He knew where the quarterback was going, and so that was his relief valve there, trying to go to the outside, and J.T. wraps him up.
And it's a perfect form tackle. You see him as he's sprinting out there. He's going to break down, wrap up, and take the running back to the turf. So punt unit on the field now, as Western will have to give it back to the Buffs. Pressure coming in the face of the punter. And Tyler Sweet hit as the ball hits his hands. This is going to be a fumble, and Western New Mexico recovers it at the WT 18-yard line. He never got his hand up and signaled fair catch, and I think Bryce Western played it perfectly. They waited until it was right in the hands of Tyler Sweet. Then contact was made. Ball drops, turnover, and now the Mustangs are in business in the red zone.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the play. Does that kind of change momentum? The official out there trying to stop play.
The games, you love Texas Panhandle Sports Network's local sports coverage. TPS.
All right, yeah, they did have the official out there, but we're going to go with the play here. Throw on the outside, and it's caught by number 17, Deuce Zimmerman. That was some confusion. You had the timeout official with the yellow jersey on coming onto the field saying, hey, it's after a punt, so they wanted immediate timeout.
Yeah, he was trying to get their attention, but
Western says, we just want to go score here.
Right, and the officials never turned around to look at him. And so,
all right, 2nd down and 7. Ball on the WT 15-yard line. New running back on the field. It's number 22, Marcus Higgs. Play action. Quarterback running to the right, and he's just going to keep it. Davis slides short of the 5-yard line. Where do they mark it? The slide, they say it starts at the 8.
Yeah.
Which, is that enough for a first down? I think it is.
I think.
Right?
Looks like it is. Yeah, they're going to say first down.
Okay, 1st and goal. And again, we've seen Davis do it a lot tonight, Bryce. He's pretty fast.
That was a good read, too, because he saw everybody clear out on the near side of the field. Everybody left, and so he had a whole lot of green grass, and he just tucked it and ran. That was the perfect time to take off and run for a quarterback RPO.
Buffs bring a lot of defenders up in the box. Western runs it. Higgs makes one man miss, and then is wrapped up. Good tackle again for the Buffs by David Jeffrey, freshman safety.
On the bottom, he read that, came up, filled the gap, wrapped up his legs, and took him down for a nice stop. It'll be 2nd and goal.
If you're Western New Mexico here, a couple of guys you're probably looking at. Number 11, Jeremiah Hartfield, and then also number 35, Davey Morales.
Yeah, Morales is the guy you'd find first. That seems to be one of his favorite targets.
They send him in motion. Now he's on the left side. Davis throws, and it is caught.
Flag.
Touchdown, Western New Mexico. There's a penalty marker. Actually, 2 markers there on the field. It's a holding, but is it a holding on the defense or on the offense?
Holding on the defense, number 13. That penalty is declined. The result of the play, touchdown.
And, Bryce, this pass is thrown extremely hard. That's a great catch in traffic for the touchdown to number 11, Jeremiah Hartfield. And Western takes advantage of the Buffs' fumble on the punt return. They get it at the 18-yard line, and they go into the end zone. Now it's 35-21. They'll kick an extra point. Offense has not been the problem tonight for Western once they got going.
No, once they got going, they've really settled into a nice rhythm.
snap was not a good one at all, and so they really could not even get the kick off, and the Buffs are able to tackle the holder back at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we talk about special teams. Again, we've had ups and downs tonight. What led to that touchdown was a special teams mistake, and then now on a special teams play stops them from getting another.
Buffs still lead by 14 points. We're back with more football right after these messages.
If you have a love for the game.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger's sweet and spicy bacon burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
Since 1910, WT and the Department of Agricultural Sciences has provided high-quality education to the students of the Panhandle and beyond.
At WT, professors know me and are committed to my success.
If you want to get an ag industry job, WT is where you need to be.
I don't want just a job and a paycheck after graduation. I want a career where I can make a difference.
WT invested in my career. I intend to pay it forward.
Well, 5-yard pass to Jeremiah Hartfield from Davis. The extra point try is missed as a high snap was unable to be contained, and so that was a 4-play, 18-yard drive following the WT fumble, and so Western gets on the board. They now trail by 14, 35-21.
Yeah, I think if you're Western New Mexico and head coach Billy Hickman, I think you're pretty proud of what Hunter Davis has done tonight. Remember, Bryce, I said this at the start, and he was 1 for 1 passing, only 28 yards. Had not really got an opportunity because he was behind Devin Larson, the junior returner, the veteran, if you will, for Western New Mexico, and he gets his opportunity tonight. He's been pretty good.
Yeah, 16-21. He's thrown for 3 touchdowns, 166 yards, been sacked once. And so, again, he's really having a pretty decent ball game.
This time, Western New Mexico gets the kickoff from the 35-yard line. And Sweet takes it from the 1-yard line up to the 20. A hole opens up, breaks outside across the 35-yard line. So you like that bounce back after the fumble on the last punt return. He's a guy that, I mean, every time
he's emotional.
He is. He wants the ball, wants to make big plays. Tyler Sweet, good return there for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, again, it's all emotion because he was so disappointed that he fumbled and set up that touchdown. So he wanted to make something happen, tried to, and got it out across the 30 to 35 to 36-yard line.
Cannon Gibson and the Buff offense back on the field. Also, Frankie McFadden will play center to start this drive. Travion McCoy-Gay. Actually, it's Smallwood back there as the running back. Throw across the middle. A great sliding catch. Tyler Sweet, first down to the Mustangs' 44-yard line. These receivers have been outstanding tonight. Best game, I think, by far by the wide receiver.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're going after the football. They're being aggressive. They're attacking the football.
Buffs work quickly. Smallwood will carry over the right side, and Western was able to disrupt that play. It was number 95 again, Previn Lloyd.
I think you give him Western credit because I think there was a bigger hole for Isaiah Smallwood. He went to it, and then all of a sudden it just closes quickly, and so gets wrapped up for really only a couple-yard gain.
Gibson wants to throw, pressure in his face, flipped it forward. Smallwood caught it, but he caught it for a loss. Loss of 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage. Good pressure right off the bat as Buffs were not able to block that front three.
Yeah, great pressure that time applied.
J.J. Royna, another freshman. He's a freshman from Denver, Colorado. If the Mustangs can it's hard in today's football to bring everybody back because there's so many transfers.
Keep these guys, I mean, they're really building a good program. You're right.
3rd down and 10. Gibson takes his drop. Again, pressure in his face, steps up. He's going to be wrapped up and sacked back on the other side of the 50-yard line. And this is, for Western New Mexico, Bryce, one of the first times the defense has really been able to slow WT down.
Well, Canyon Eyes, the left tackle that time, he was trying to go set up to the outside, and the man took the tackler took an inside move. He never could get square on him, and so that forced him back into the quarterback where he made that tackle for a loss. And so the Buffs will have to punt this one away.
Back to receive the punt, number 35, Davey Morales. Is this the first punt?
That's
tonight?
what I think so. I think
Seth
so.
Ford. So Seth Ford, he's high, kicks. Fair catch signal made at the 10-yard line by Morales. And that's where Western New Mexico will start. And we will have the media timeout now. 1 minute, 19 seconds left. 35-21, Western New Mexico with the football when we come back after this.
Where are we going, and how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford on I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck. The built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
The best tailgates start with the best beef, and the best beef starts with Market Street. Market Street, where we do beef the best.
Bryce, this is one of our favorite.
Yeah, battle ball here.
And, okay, not much happening there.
That one, the last time the guy was, we thought they were going to have to bring the trainer out to get him back up. So,
one more time.
Okay, that's good. Now we'll go off.
If you're Western New Mexico, you trail by 2 touchdowns, but your defense just got to stop.
Yep. I think you feel good about where you're at right now. You just ran a nice, you got a turnover. You were able to take it in for the score. And so now this is a bit of a longer drive because the ball's at the 10-yard line. But again, they scored before the half starting at the 10-yard line. And so I think they have a lot of confidence in what they're doing.
Score update for you, Bryce. Angelo State all over Texas A&M Kingsville in the second half, 35-9.
Wow.
Here's the quarterback, Davis, looking for an opening, and it never really developed. Cut down right at the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by that Buff defense down the line. Kobe King and company.
Again, that's just a good shuffle, good shift as they saw where the quarterback was going, and everybody just moved down. And again, filled gaps. There was no place for him to turn upfield, able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another linebacker in for the Buffs right now, Aaron House, number 32. 32, excuse me.
Okay.
He's on the outside. Look like he's going to bring some pressure on this play. Mustangs will throw. Catch made at the 15-yard line, trying to pick up enough to get the first down. It's going to be close.
Close, yeah. And again, that was a zone read that time for the quarterback. The Buffs are playing zone. And so, again, the receiver just goes up and then looks for a soft spot in the zone and found it and was able to pull it in for the first down.
Jeremiah Hartfield, he's having a big game tonight. How many catches is he up to now, Bryce?
Hartfield so far tonight, that is his 8th reception.
Yeah, big game, 2 touchdowns. We felt like these wide receivers were pretty dangerous. Quarterback draw run again over the right side, and getting down a little bit sooner that time was Hunter Davis. I'd be doing the same thing too with all those linebackers closing in on you.
That's the end of the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter.
All right, so we'll head to the fourth quarter with Western New Mexico having the football, trailing the Buffs 35-21. It's homecoming for West Texas A&M. Can they hold on and defeat the Mustangs, send everybody home happy tonight?
90 years, the Lone Star Conference has been committed to excellence. What began in 1931 as a 5-team conference has grown to 18 institutions spanning 4 states. And while membership has changed, the pursuit of athletic success and academic excellence has never wavered. 119 national championships, over 2,000 All-Americans, and nearly 300 academic All-Americans. Celebrating 90 years of success, this is the Lone Star Conference.
Welcome to Medi Drive Pharmacy. We greet you by name, and our pharmacists take the time to console you and answer all your questions. Our Health Mart Pharmacy specializes in serving our community with fast, friendly professional service and the highest quality of medicine and health products. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we offer free in-town delivery to your home or business. Come visit us for all your health care needs.
Well, welcome back to
the light show.
The light show. Yeah, the light show. That's a good way to hype it up a little bit here as we go into the fourth quarter. Buffs have their own tradition, and they dim the lights.
Nice.
And it's a big light show. The officials say that's enough. They blew the whistle. Want the lights back on.
Come on, let them have fun.
So far in the ball game, 35-21 our score. West Texas with the lead. And first down, 16-13 in favor of the Buffaloes. Rushing yards, 128 for the Buffs on 30 carries, 79 for Western New Mexico on 22. Passing yards, 226 for the Buffs, 177 for Western New Mexico. So total plays, 44 for Western New Mexico, 256 yards, 47 for the Buffaloes, 354. Time of possession about even. Buffs have it about a minute and a half longer. And again, they lead this one 35-21.
All right, Western New Mexico facing a 2nd down and 4 to start quarter number 4 here. Hunter Davis, nobody's open. Now he'll spin, buy some time, and dump it off at the end. Nice job by the quarterback, able to buy time, and then at the end finds number 17, Deuce Zimmerman.
Yeah, Deuce did a nice job, too, because he was up in the pattern.
Yeah.
Saw the quarterback breaking out of the box, and so he turned around and came back toward him and was there, got enough for the first down.
The escapability, Bryce, of Hunter Davis, pretty special. Quick throw on the outside. Good block from the receiver, and that again is number 11, Jeremiah Hartfield.
And that's one of their favorite patterns that they run, because they'll run 2 receivers on either side. And they like to call that quick hitch to the outside, let the other receiver block the defender, and that gives you a sideline to run against.
They may just do it again. The defensive back's playing off. Quarterback keeps it, nowhere to go, ball's loose, and it's picked up by Jimmy Harrison. Harrison running free, get into the end zone. Number 44, and there's a penalty marker.
I'm wondering if there's a block in the back called against WT, because when Jimmy picked it up,
oh no,
there was a defender who was there and kind of pushed on the side of a potential tackler there.
You know, we had earlier this season at home, JT Cavender pick up one, Bryce, and run it back for a touchdown.
Return.
And this one might be coming back. It's still a turnover. It's still going to be the Buffs football, but it just...
They're in the return. Block in the back. 44.
No.
It wasn't 44.
15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down. West Texas A&M.
Wasn't 44 because he's the one that picked up the fumble and ran it in.
I mean, Jimmy Harrison can do a lot of things, but here's the replay, Bryce.
Yeah, we'll see here who it was.
Quarterback
actually got knocked
Kobe
away.
King punches it loose.
And then right there on the right side, there's
left
the block.
Left forward Calder.
Yeah, Collier just trying to make a block for his linebacker, saw him going and wanted to prevent the guy from coming up and stopping him, and so got called for the block in the back. And that was even an iffy call, but I can't blame the official because it looked like a block in the back from here.
Yeah.
And when you look at the replay, it kind of was really more to the side, but nevertheless, also bring out the offense.
All right, Travion McCoy-Gay making defenders miss, juking left and right, and he's across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Travion McCoy-Gay has been really good tonight. on the ground now, over 70 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns as well.
Yeah, he's had a good ball game. The nice thing is he's averaging about 5 yards per carry. That's the big factor.
Well, that time he goes backwards. The Mustangs shoot through, and there's that man again.
A lot of whistles. Is there a...
I think Western was trying to get a defensive player off the
illegal
field.
Substitution. Defense.
Yeah.
12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And Bryce, it was close. That defender was like a half step from the sideline.
The result of the foul is a first down.
Billy Hickman's over there pleading with the side judge over there. He is pleading that, saying the exact same thing you did, that he got off. If it was a half step. But even a half step, you still got to call it because you have too many on the field.
So Cannon Gibson, 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. McCoy Gay over the right side, blockers in front. Spins, stays on his feet, still going, and he's in. Incredible.
They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, Bryce, I thought he was in. That was an unbelievable run by Travion McCoy Gay.
Well, and he got pushed in the end zone.
Yeah, that was close. Here's the replay.
Yeah, let's see. The official says he was down. He spins there. They're trying to push him.
That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
The need isn't down.
And they saw the replay here in the stadium, too. And so.
Well, let's see if they give it to him again. Awesome run there for number 33. And great blocking as well. They fake it, throw it to a wide open Shaq Brown. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
And that was a great anticipation because I thought the same thing you thought. They'd give it to him, let him get in. They faked the handoff to him.
Western New Mexico thought that too.
Exactly. That's what I mean. They thought that too. So there's Shaq Brown wide open for the score.
Good play call from Chase Kaiser. Shaq Brown with the touchdown catch for the Buffaloes. His 2nd touchdown this season. And a nice response from WT. They forced the turnover with Kobe King punching the ball out. Jimmy Harrison recovering it. The extra point is up and good, and it is West Texas A&M 42, Western New Mexico 21. Still 12:45 to play in the 4th quarter. All Buffs in this one. We're back with more football after these messages.
For over 40 years, Jimmy Fincher has taken the stress out of collision repair. Get a free written estimate and our satisfaction guarantee at Jimmy Fincher Auto Body Shop.
Optimum Internet has next level speed. Get 300 meg internet for as low as $35 a month. How fast is that? Fast enough to stream on multiple devices with 99.9% network reliability and equipment included. Or go even faster and get a $200 prepaid card. Get 300 meg internet for $35 a month with Optimum Mobile for as low as $15 a month. Call 866-9-OPTIMUM, go to Optimum.com, or visit a store today. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Sports.com to get our full schedule of live streams.
News Channel 10 Sports, the best source for local sports.
Welcome back to Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium, First United Field. And Bryce, WT, nice response there. Obviously, Western New Mexico, they're only down by 14 points. They got the ball. They're starting to move. If you're a Western fan, you're thinking, hey, if we can go score, we only trail by a touchdown, but the Buffs defense forces a big turnover.
Yeah, they do force it. Jimmy Harrison picks it up, returns it. There's a penalty on the play. So the Buff offense comes out. They get in a couple of plays later, able to get in. Shaq Brown on a 1-yard touchdown reception. The extra point is good, and WT leads 42-21. And you like to see, again, the offense caused the turnover, or the defense caused the turnover. Offense comes out, takes advantage of that turnover, and gets it in the end zone. So Buffs will kick this one away, leading 42-21, 12:45 left to play here in the ball game.
Kickoff high and over at the far side. It'll go over the head of the return man. And Western again will have the football Well, still a lot of time left, but for the Mustangs, they've methodically moved down the field and scored some touchdowns. They can't do that, though.
They've had 2 big, long drives that were time-consuming. One, almost a 7-minute drive that they were able to get out and kind of move it up the field. But you're right. With 12:45 left to play, they can't take those time-consuming drives. They've got to be able to strike quickly. And, again, they have the passing game that will allow them to do that.
Quarterback out of the gun here will take his drop, throw on the outside. Great coverage for the Buffaloes. That was Charles Henderson.
Yeah. And I think
against Deuce.
Deuce has probably a legitimate complaint. He kind of had his arms being held there that time. He was asking for the flag, and that time it didn't come out in favor of the Buffaloes. So it brings up 2nd down and 10.
Hunter Davis will roll to the right. Throw it short, caught, and then stepping out of bounds right around the 30-yard line for Western.
Yeah, Colby King over there in coverage, the linebacker, and so he had to make a decision. Do I come up and go attack the quarterback, or do I stay here with the intended target? And he stayed with the receiver. As soon as he got it, he forced him out of bounds.
Hartfield on the catch. His 9th catch this evening. And it's 3rd down and short here for Western New Mexico Buffs. Looking like they're going to bring some pressure. Braylon Suggs up on the outside, ready to come after the quarterback. Throw across the middle. And a hit. Stazuski with a huge hit. It's still a good catch for Anthony Flores, and it's a 1st down for the Mustangs, but
he's going to go out.
Dude came up. Here's the replay, Bryce.
Yeah, he got his bell rung on that one. Watch the hit right here. Boom. As soon as he caught it, but he did hold on to it, picks up the 1st down. But as soon as he got that up, he got to the sideline, and he's over there trying to clean the cobwebs out just a little bit.
That's some chunky stew right there.
Oh, man.
And a good job of Preston from not hitting the receiver too high. Good tackle.
Oh, there's a hole.
Quarterback looking, pump fake, and then he'll just run out of bounds. Did you see? Did we get a penalty?
We didn't get one. I saw a hold. That's why I said it. Big 77 out there had a hold of a whole lot of maroon jersey, and nobody threw a flag on it. That's why I said it, because I thought, they're going to call a hold on that one. And I was incorrect.
And it was 5 yards picked up on the run from the quarterback, Hunter Davis. Did get out of bounds, but the clock will run here. 11:04, 11:03. Mustangs got to hurry up, and they will. They'll roll Davis out to the right. And a catch made. Now the Buffs linebackers and safeties are coming up looking for big hits. Kobe King makes the tackle after a short gain out to the running back, James Hoban.
And I said that about Ezekiel Pacheco. I'm not sure how you don't see it. He's 6'7", 280 pounds. I'm not sure how you missed that, because I caught it all the way up here, but nevertheless.
3rd down and 3 coming up for Western New Mexico. They've been pretty good here.
Yeah, they have.
On 3rd downs, especially in the second half for the game now, 5 out of 10, which is much better than their season mark that came in on 3rd downs just at 32%. Davis throws down the far sideline, coming back, making the back shoulder, trying to make the back shoulder catch, but it's incomplete.
Is that Ty Dillon over there in coverage? And Ty stayed with him step for step, kind of put his hand up right in front of his face as the ball was coming in, made it difficult to catch that one, so that brings up the 4th down.
Flores, the receiver that tried to make that catch, was unable to do so, and it's 4th down and 3. This is a spot where for Western, Bryce, it's 3rd and 3, now 4th and 3. They just haven't been able to run the football effectively.
Right. And that's the big thing tonight. Unless it's their quarterback, he may take off on a run.
And that's what he does here. Following blockers across the left side. Hit hard by J.T. Cavender up top. Kobe King down low. And it's a stop on 4th down. Was there a penalty marker thrown? There was.
Let's see. Where is it?
Right in the middle of the field. The Buffs are pointing that it's against Western New Mexico, so this should be WT football.
Offense, number 70. That penalty is declined.
There's the holding you were talking about, Bryce.
I was just 2 plays too early.
You were delayed.
3 plays too early, yes. Yes.
So the Buffs.
And it wasn't even the same guy. So
they get the stop on defense. Some hard hitting on that drive there. And the offense will come back on the field. The offense tonight putting up nearly 400 yards.
I'm laughing because there's not even a 70 on their roster. That's what it had to be on 77. He's the only one that it could have been on that was out there. And so, yeah, it was just delayed. So they saw it that time. Sorry, I have weird humor in my own little world sometimes.
Hey, that call was made correct. Buffs football. Here we go. Cannon Gibson will run at the 40. Cannon Gibson slides after picking up a first down across the 35-yard line. Both of these quarterbacks really athletic.
Yeah.
And can take off and run. We've seen that a lot tonight.
And I think, too, one of the things we've seen a little bit, the Buffs have had real good film preparation getting ready for this one tonight, especially offensively.
Gibson, throw to the outside, catch made by Simmons, his first catch tonight.
And if he was able to stay on his feet, he had a lot of room on the far near sideline to go. Just couldn't stay up.
Torrey Simmons, 8th catch this year, a freshman from Pflugerville, Texas. Cannon Gibson, still only one incompletion tonight. McCoy Gay, nothing going on the right side, just a lot of white jerseys with gold numerals.
You know, in the Midwestern game, which the Buffs won here at home, too, again, same thing with Cannon Gibson. He was very efficient in that ball game. I think he was like 15 of 20 or something along that line, but he was very efficient in the throwing game. Tonight he's had bigger throws, longer throws. That's made a big difference.
17 of 18, 236 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Gibson surveying the field. Now he'll step up and stay on his feet and get across the 10-yard line. Dragged down from behind. The tackle made by number 44, Kalei Lafa.
So, again, he slid the last 2 times he's taken off on the run. That time he faked like he was going to slide, then stayed up and kept going. So he probably got another 3 yards because of that.
It's 1st and goal. They mark it at the 9-yard line. Buffs bring an extra tight end on the field, Brennan Ray, number 41. On the left side of the field in the slot is Chris Sims. See if the Buffs give it to Travion McCoy-Gay. They do. McCoy-Gay stopped after a short pickup.
And now the freshman will come out.
I'm calling for the play action pass, right?
Yeah, no, you'd like to see that, and and again, getting to come back out. Last time he carried the ball, he fumbled at the 1-yard line, and so again, getting another opportunity here.
Watch for one of the tight ends at the bottom of your screen there to maybe slip out if they don't run it. Markers, though, penalty flies before this play can get started.
False start, offense, number 75, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
You know, all of his plays, Bryce, have been where the quarterback kind of slides, shuffles down the line, waits for an opening, and then takes off running. That's where you just think, slide, and then look for somebody over the top. 2nd down and goal. They back the ball up back to the 12-yard line.
Well, Nico Castaneda got called for the whistle. He's a reserve.
DeBose breaks a tackle, stays on his feet. They just can't get him down, and they'll sling him out of bounds. Coach Lynn thought there may have been a horse collar. That didn't get thrown, but something happened after the players went out of bounds.
And over there in the mix is Kenyon Ives. And I was talking about Nico Castaneda, got the call for the false start, the 6'4", 300-pound redshirt freshman who's further down the depth chart. That means they're allowing some extra linemen to come in and play in this one.
Still haven't heard the call from our referee yet.
There was a lot of whistles that were, there we go, maybe now.
After the play, personal foul, defense, number 33. Half the distance of the goal, automatic 1st down.
Now, head coach Billy Hickman out on the field, he doesn't agree with that. However, after he was slung out of bounds, there was a little extra things that occurred out there.
That's been happening a lot tonight.
Yeah.
DeBose, empty backfield. Signals his tight end, Cosper, from the right side to the left side. He'll take the snap, go forward, and spin. Stop short. Main thing is hang on to the football.
That's the big thing. Don't try to reach. That's what he did last time, trying to reach it over the goal line. That's how it got knocked away.
Again, DeBose came in early in this game. His first play on the field, scored a touchdown.
Yep.
Really in about the same spot as the Buffs are in right now.
Yeah, in the first quarter, 21-yard.
Cosper goes in motion again from right to left. DeBose takes the snap. The left side. This time he gets in. Touchdown. Buffalo's second touchdown on the ground tonight for Ashton DeBose. And it's WT 48, Western New Mexico 21.
So I'm sure his folks are here, but if they weren't, you can imagine how that phone call goes. Hey,
yeah.
How was the game tonight? Yeah, we got to get in. I scored the very first touchdown we scored tonight.
That's right.
I scored this one in the fourth quarter. Not too bad.
Yeah, DeBose, freshman out of San Antonio. So 2 freshman quarterbacks have been outstanding tonight for the Buffaloes, both Cannon Gibson and DeBose. Here's an extra point try, up and good. And it was a new kicker that time for the Buffaloes. Putting that one through the uprights was Mosin Kanoi, number 85. Here's the replay, Bryce, on DeBose's touchdown, 6'2", 195 frame.
And then, boom, just follows that offensive line and gets right to the goal line and gets in for a 1-yard score.
We'll take a timeout. Back with the kickoff. Buffs leading big here, 6:16 to play in the ball game.
WT student athletes drink low-fat chocolate milk post-workout because it helps replenish and restore muscles quickly to their peak potential. Scientific studies suggest that the immediate benefits of low-fat chocolate milk include boosted performance, improved training, and higher recovery rates in athletes. Add low-fat chocolate milk to your post-workout routine.
Go Buffs!
Well, welcome back to First United Bank Field, Bain Schaefer Stadium. The Buffaloes complete an 8-play, 46-yard drive that took 3:49 off the clock. Ashton DeBose gets his second touchdown of the ball game, a 1-yard score as he follows the offensive line in. The extra point is good, and the Buffs now lead 49-21 for this homecoming crowd. Some have already started to leave just a bit, but they're going to be satisfied with the play on the field this evening. And so, again, nice run for Ashton DeBose as we get set to kick this one off. And Preston Gregg will kick this one away for the Buffaloes. And this one is going to go into the end zone, so they'll bring it out. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. With 6:16 left to play, Buffaloes lead this one 49-21. And so the offense comes out now for Western New Mexico as the Mustangs. And Hunter Davis will come out and try to get things going offensively for. Now going to move it over. Okay, I thought maybe they're going to the other hash or something along that line. So they move it just to the between the hashes, basically. So 1st and 10 for Western New Mexico. Hunter Davis in the shotgun, looks over to his right. Now he'll take off, and he's going nowhere. A host of WT players converge for a 5-yard, 4-yard loss back to the 21-yard line. One of those coming in to make the stop for WT. Isaac Soper, the 6'2", 290-pound senior from Wyoming. Played at Nebraska Kearney, and he just comes up and makes the stop. Also out there for the Buffaloes. Xavier Rivera also in on the stop for WT. 2nd down and 14 now. Davis, and we got movement before that as 3 officials throw their flags. Actually, 4 officials threw their flags. So almost everybody out there with a flag was able to throw it all at once for a procedure
Ball start,
penalty.
offense, number 52, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Daniel Gonzalez will get the penalty. So they'll move it back 5 more yards. So still 2nd down. Davis in the shotgun. 3 wideouts to the far side of the field. He looks to the near side. Now wants to go to the middle. There's pressure. He's going to scramble out to his right. And now we'll have to throw this one way up. And it's going to be, nice catch. Coming back to the football. And that was Deuce Zimmerman. Helped his quarterback out because that was going to be woefully short. But Deuce adjusted his pass pattern. And they brought it up, got into Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. And so automatic 1st down, and nice play for Hunter Davis.
Western still playing hard, still able to move this football. See what they do on this play. In the middle of the field, good reception there. Another 1st down for Western New Mexico. And again, just really impressed with Jeremiah Hartfield. That's a great throw from the quarterback, first of all, but Hartfield open early and often.
Yeah, and again, just coming across the middle, was over on the far side of the field and came across, again, presented a nice target for his quarterback to complete the pass. Another 1st and 10. Davis back to pass.
Now he's going to step up, and he'll slide down. Where they mark him, Bryce?
Should be at the 22. Okay. So, yeah, he'll be – only gave him about 4 yards on the carry. So 2nd down and about 7. Davis in the shotgun. Receiver 3 out to the right. He goes to the right quickly. That pass is caught. And so down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down at about 3. Got to get to the 16 in order to get the 1st down. So they mark him down at the 19. So 3 receivers come to the near side, 1 to the far side for Hunter Davis in the shotgun. And back to pass, looks over the middle, has a man on the out pattern. That was a good up and out. So that pass is complete. And Jeremiah Hartfield pulls that one in. And so again, they'll pick up another 1st down. And actually they said Hartfield, but that really wasn't who that was. That was Tubby McCall who pulled that one in. So Tubby McCall get credited for the reception. 2 wideouts come to the near side. Double tight end set. Quick pass as the receiver falls down. There's flags all over the place.
Yeah, that's going to be a holding there, Bryce. That'll give a 1st down and goal to Western New Mexico.
They'll mark that one. Again, Tubby McCall was the intended target. And so wait for the officials to sort this out as everybody communicates, but we already know.
Pass interference, defense, number 31. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. 1st down.
So they'll mark it at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, right now Western just playing hard, trying to do as much as they can and again work. They're going to have a bye week, and they need that bye week. Coach Hickman talked about it. We need to get healthy is what he said.
Exactly.
Send the tight end in motion. Running back is number 22, Marcus Higgs. They pitch it to him. Higgs almost lost it and then was hit down hard. Nice defensive play for the Buffaloes by Kobe Burgess, number 31.
Yeah, a lot of second-teamers getting in here for the Buffaloes right now, as well they should, leading 49-21, 2:36 left to play.
All right, Bryce, I'm going to let you finish this one off. We'll head down and get ready for the post game. Looks like the Buffs are going to be able to hold on to this one, obviously up 49-21.
So it brings up second down and goal to go. Ball marked back at the 9-yard line. So Davis in the shot. And so man in motion goes from right to left. Davis keeps it, and he fumbles. Let's see, there's a scramble for the ball. I think they're going to say he was down, as the captain comes in and says he was down, marks the spot. But that'll be about a 2-yard loss, 3-yard loss. They'll mark it back at the 13. So third down and goal to go from the 13-yard line. Great pursuit by the Buffaloes. Clock running, 1:40 left to play in the ballgame. 2 wideouts go to the right. Double tight end set. Got 2 tight ends, one in the slot on the left. Davis in the shotgun, hands it off, nowhere to go, and Kobe King comes up and makes the stop. And again, they're going to call forward progress, or actually it will be a loss back to the 16-yard line. Timeout taken on the field. So clock stopped here for probably...
Officials timeout for an injured player.
Okay, so officials timeout for an injured player. And so both teams will go to their respective sides. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll do so. We'll be back after this. As timeout on the field, Buffs lead this one,
Western New Mexico,
49-21. We're back after this on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network and News Channel 10.
Where are we going and how are we going to get there? Get there with room to spare in your new Ford Expedition from Tri-State Ford on I-40 at Ross. Grab your friends and go. Tons of new Fords are rolling in. Face the road ahead in a dependable truck. The built Ford Tough F-150. Looking for more horsepower? Saddle up the legendary Ford Mustang. Or how about a new Bronco or a Maverick? We've got your new ride. You'll find friendly hometown service every day at Tri-State Ford. Come see us on I-40 at Ross.
And welcome back to Bain Schaefer Field as the Buffaloes trying to close this one out. 1:13 left to play. They lead it 49-21. And so a timeout called by the officials for an injured player. And so Hunter Davis will bring the offense out. 4th down and goal to go. And so the ball sits at the 16-yard line. Buffs with 5 defensive backs out there. So Davis in the shotgun. Goes back to pass. Looks, there's pressure. He's got to turn, get away. And now he's going to lob this one up toward the end zone. And that is caught in the corner. Yeah, that is caught. And the official says that is a touchdown. So that was just kind of lobbed up for grabs. And pulling that one in, Deuce Zimmerman kind of got away from a couple of folks and able to take that one and get the corner in the near corner of the end zone for the score. Again, the Mustangs show the swinging gait. 10-play, 75-yard drive. It's taking 5:13 off the clock. So here's a direct snap. And there's a pitch, and that's going to be incomplete. The Buffs were ready for that time, and so that will be incomplete on the try for 2. But the Buffs lead at 49-27, 1:03 left to play here in the ballgame. We'll take a timeout. We'll do so. We'll be back after this on the Lone Star Conference.
There's a culture that's connected to those.
This isn't just any burger run. This is a burger run for Whataburger's sweet and spicy bacon burger. 2 fresh all-beef patties with melty cheese, grilled onions, crispy bacon, and sweet and spicy pepper sauce. One for you, one for him, and one for your unofficial roommate, Brad. Always order an extra. You know, for Brad. The all-time favorite sweet and spicy bacon burger from Whataburger. Just like you like it.
So it was a fourth down play and a 16-yard pass. And getting a busted play, Hunter Davis makes the most of it as he lobs it up toward the end zone, and Deuce Zimmerman pulls that one in. Again, that caps a 10-play, 75-yard drive for Western New Mexico and cuts the Buffalo lead to 49-27. Buffaloes, of course, will improve to 3-4 on the season and 2-3 in LSC play, while Western New Mexico will fall to 1-6 and 0-5 as they get set to kick this one off. And see, we have the good hands team. We anticipate an onside kick. And so let's see if all the good hands guys are out there for WT. Nobody really backed that deep. And so timeout taken by the Buffaloes once they see.
Timeout, West Texas A&M.
And they're going to try the onside kick. We'll keep it right here. Again, as we look at this one, the Buffaloes leading at 49-27, 416 yards for the Buffs, one of their best offensive outputs of the season. 241 yards through the air, 175 on the ground, 325 yards for Western New Mexico. And again, for them on the season, they average about 341 yards per game, usually more passing, which is the case tonight, 290 yards through the air. They only have 35 yards rushing on the ground. And penalties have been big tonight. We have seen a lot of flags. 14 penalties for Western New Mexico, 106 yards. 13 for the Buffaloes for 91 yards. And so that also has kind of slowed the rhythm of the game just a little bit. In fact, when we started the second half, there were 3 flags immediately called in a row on the first 3 plays of the second half. So Tanner Bobick gets set to put this one in play. The Buffs will send one person back deep. They've got all the good hands folks up anticipating the onside kick. 1:03 left to play. And here's Bobick with the pooch kick. And so that one's going to be caught. And coming up to make that reception is Noah Bogardus. And so the Buffs will bring the offense out for a couple of plays as we anticipate them to take a knee and come away with a 49-27 win here at home for homecoming. And it's been a joyous homecoming tonight for all the Buffalo faithful here at Bain Schaefer Stadium. Ball will be marked down at the 39-yard line. And the V formation for the Buffaloes as they get set to snap this one with 1:03 left to play. High snap. Cannon Davis downs it. And so they'll have to move the offense back because he was so deep he took a knee. So that'll be actually a 6-yard loss on that play. Clock will run as they will have to do one more snap in order to get this game officially in the books. The Buffs, again, leading 49-27 as Cannon takes the knee, and that'll be the ball game. Buffaloes win this one by a final tonight of 49-27. Lucas Kinsey down on the field. Of course, we will have some sideline interviews as both teams now will make their way toward the middle of the stadium, and we'll exchange pleasantries as the Buffaloes again improve on the season to a very nice 3-4 record now, 2-3 in LSC. And again, that's something to kind of get the bandwagon going, get things kind of turned around for the Buffaloes. Again, our final score tonight, WT 49, Western New Mexico 27. We're going to take a timeout. We'll do so and come back with our post-game show. But first, this break on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network and News Channel 10.
For a onside kick. Landed on my knee pretty hard and ended up fracturing my femur. I ended up having to go back and have surgery. Even the day after I had surgery, I was back in the clinic here. It's nice to have people help me rehab at a caliber of what I'm used to feeling like I can do. One thing that I really liked was having the access to the turf, because that's what I'm used to playing on. Now, I mean, it feels like nothing had ever happened. You have a choice of where you can go. This is one of the best places in Amarillo.
Optimum Internet has next level speed. Get 300 meg internet for as low as $35 a month. How fast is that? Fast enough to stream on multiple devices with 99.9% network reliability and equipment included. Or go even faster and get a $200 prepaid card. Get 300 meg internet for $35 a month with Optimum Mobile for as low as $15 a month. Call 866-9-OPTIMUM, go to Optimum.com, or visit a store today. Get closer, go farther with Optimum.
Well, the Buffaloes win this one tonight by a final of 49-27. Let's head down to the sideline.
All right, down here on the field after the Buffs get a big win tonight, visiting with head coach Josh Lynn. Coach, it's 6 straight homecoming wins for the Buffaloes. Your first homecoming victory. Your thoughts tonight? Offense scored a lot of points, and you did a good job getting the victory.
Yeah, first of all, I don't know that I've ever been associated with a better homecoming than West Texas A&M's put on. It's an unbelievable, from the community to our school to the atmosphere here tonight. It's amazing. The next thing is we put up points tonight. I tell you what, was it our best performance? No. I thought, we had a lot of mistakes. Penalties kind of hampered us. But anytime you go out and you get a win in this fashion, you better be thankful. And so I saw some growth tonight, got to play a lot of players. Just extremely happy with the win, and moving forward, we can build on this.
You told me before the game, you said we needed to have a good start, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You got that. What did you see tonight specifically from your offense that you liked?
Well, that first quarter, I thought we were really disciplined. And I think you got to give credit to the running game, and then also, Cannon made some really good throws, especially down the field, and that's what we needed. We needed to stretch the defense a little bit, and we did that.
I want you to talk just for a second about Cade Cox. Got in there again and made a good special teams play. He was our X-Bar Steakhouse X factor of the game, and he does it again. He's just always around the ball.
Absolutely. Another thing, too, Cade is kind of the unsung hero of this football team. I mean, he's gone in and he's blocked 3 punts this year, 2 of which have been in close games, and really sparked a spark for us offensively and defensively, and helps us try to get the win.
You get a home win tonight. You go on the road next week and take on Central Washington. You've been in every game this year, and then obviously 3 wins on the season. What will it take to go on the road and get a victory?
Well, they're a good football team, and I really believe that if we can put it all together, even this year, late here, I feel like we have a good enough football team to play with anybody. But we got to put everything together, and. Very good Central Washington team, and we're going to have our hands full, especially going up there.
Congratulations on getting this big homecoming win, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. We'll get Travion McCoy-Gay in, and we'll visit with the running back for the Buffaloes. Again, WT gets the win tonight, 49-27. And we'll have Travion come on over, running back for the Buffaloes. A big game tonight for you, Travion. Let you take that helmet off. There you go. All right, so first time to get to visit with you, Travion. Tonight, your Buffaloes get a win. You get off the losing skid, and you did it in big fashion. This offense puts up 49 points tonight. You had 2 touchdowns on the ground. Talk about this performance.
It was just a great team effort. Our coaches put up a great scheme for us, and then we just came out and executed. It was really just all well put together. And then all week we've been striving on preparation and just going in, watching extra film, just getting stuff done, going in and just coming out, and now we executed how we wanted to. So it was all nice to see everything just fold together after we worked so long to prepare.
You were running determined tonight, a lot of hard runs. The spin move was working, the juke move. The last couple games, we were not able to get the ground game going. Were you extra determined tonight to come out and have a big game?
Yeah, they told us that part of the game plan was we wanted to really pound the rock. So, we haven't got the chance to really get it going. I was all like, what, something got to change, And we all tired of losing, so we all just came together, made everything work, and we just got after them.
Talk a little bit about the heart of this team, Travion. I mean, you talked about it losing. The Buffs have lost some games, but we've lost some really tough games, some close ones by 1 touchdown or less. So talk about the heart of this team and the preparation, as you said, but just the fight that this team has shown.
Yeah. So, I remember in fall camp, Coach told us that, it's going to be a dogfight with every team in the conference. And so it was, at first, we started off a little shaky, then we got our confidence back, and then we started losing. It felt like, we were kind of crumbling on ourselves because we were beating ourselves, and then we just had to come closer together. After each loss, we just came closer, became more as one, and we finally got to display that today.
2 freshman quarterbacks on display tonight. Cannon Gibson was great, especially through the air. Several touchdowns, nearly perfect in terms of his pass completions. And then we saw Ashton DeBose come in and do some nice things as well.
Yeah. I was excited to watch him tonight. I'm not going to lie. We put in the package for him. I was like, oh, man, I can't wait to see what he's going to do. And then my dog Cannon, I love him, man. Always, he helps me out with the pass game, does everything right, I love him.
86 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns for Run TMG. Great job tonight for Travion McCoy-Gay. Bryce, we'll go upstairs to you. Buffs get the big win tonight.
Thank you.
All right, thanks very much, Lucas. Again, a big win tonight, 49-27 for the Buffaloes as they improve to 2-3 in Lone Star Conference play. And 3-4 overall on the season. We'll correct that. Travion McCoy-Gay, sometimes this happens. He actually rushed for 89 yards instead of 86. He had 2 touchdowns on the night, but his average was 4.7 per carry. Buffaloes tonight had 409 total yards to 363 for Western New Mexico. And again, Cannon Gibson played such a great game. He was 17 of 18 for 236 yards. He was sacked once. He had 3 touchdowns. And his rating tonight was 259.6. If you're over 120, you're really thrilled as a quarterback. And then Ashton DeBoe, his quarterback rating was 142 tonight. So, again, nice run for the Buffaloes. They get set to go on the road, of course. They'll go to Central Washington next week. And so, of course, you'll hear that right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network. That'll do it from Bain Schaefer Stadium. Big thanks to the Thunder Vision crew for helping to bring the pictures tonight. Big thanks to our friends at News Channel 10 for being a part of this broadcast as well. And big thanks, as always, to our sponsors for helping to bring this one. For Lucas Kinsey, I'm Bryce Sheets. Until the next time, right here on the Lone Star Conference Digital Network.